For some reason, Twitch gives you 140 characters, and YouTube's like, 100 should be plenty. Very good. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Yeah, good morning, good morning. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, so I heard that there's some shit with the map that you can do to get hero track gear, but I gotta go look. Oh, Zorthus made a video.
The 12.1 patch just
People in my guild were also talking about it.
Currently in the 1 week period before season 2 actually starts.
That's 4
to
minutes.
get to the
That's
new
good.
zone, we have to start the campaign. The campaign starts on Orwena in Silvermoon, and you unlock access to the island halfway through chapter 2. You do not need to continue the campaign after unlocking the island, but if you do continue it, the campaign is locked to chapter 4 out of 6 this week. The campaign is fully warbound, meaning that alts do not have to do it. You can log into an alt and immediately have access to the island. You do not need to do any skips on alts. The Vault of Ula'Tek is the underground subzone on the island. There are a few quests that give 279 veteran gear. You can get 3 Venom Cursed shards which combine into 292 champion gear. Do not pay much attention to the Corrosive Codex or the Altar of Corrosion. They are purely for open world. Pick whatever sounds the coolest. The main quest in this area is a weekly that gives a delve map. Delves have been reset and you will have to level delves up to tier 11 again. It is important to have tier 11 unlocked for next week because the delve boss and Cracked Keystone will likely award crests over the cap. The delve map from the underground quest is to be used in a tier 8 delve or above. It does not have to be bountiful. It will give you a 305 hero 1 out of 6 item. Every character can get this item. On my shaman, I got a main hand weapon, 305 eye level.
Wow.
There is no reason to
fuck?
save this map, so go ahead and use it this week. The single question mark delve boss is out this week, but the double question mark boss is not out till next week. The single question mark boss is meant to drop 30 hero crests, but it currently isn't. I would probably recommend not killing it right now, just in case it bricks your character out of some hero crests. M0s are out. They are of the season 2 dungeon pool and drop 292 champion gear. They are on a weekly lockout for this week only.
Did it just to brag?
Because so
It's
many
just
slots
gloating.
from season 1 were filled with high value items, characters that were already geared cannot get many good drops from M0s. You can upgrade some items with champion crest though. There will be an initial vault this week. You will not be able to take a bonus roll from this vault. The only viable options from the vault will be tokens to buy sockets or a tier piece. M0 slots are...
I fucking hate Tattles being happy. What a dickhead.
This is
you,
speculative, right? This is speculative based on yeah, thank you for the resub. Welcome back. This is speculative based on what happened during Maniforge Omega, but I mean there's no reason to think it's not true, but we didn't I asked Squishy about this on the pod this week and he said he didn't know.
302 eye level, which is champion, and delve slots are capped at 298 eye level, which is also champion. If you're in a position where you care about tier and vault, I recommend you do 8 M0s and 8 tier 5 delves. If you just want a socket for an alt in the vault, I recommend 8 tier 1 delves. If you want to get to the island quicker, there is a portal to the island in the housing area, if the newest endeavor has been selected. Next week, there will be a portal in the prey room in Silvermoon. The lair boss is open on world difficulty. This is basically LFR of a 1 boss raid. It is not too important. Crests are all free to use. Adventurer crests are basically worthless unless you're on fresh alt, so if you have need for them, just spend them. Veteran crests can be used to upgrade veteran track items up to 295, which can save some
I heard there's a bug for Spartans,
crests.
right?
You can get 20 veteran crests over the cap.
Thank you for the resubs. Elise, Summer Salad, Chubbs, Mango.
Total. Veteran crests are free to use as you get them. You can get a total of 100 champion crests this week. You get them from M0s. Champion gear will get outscaled by M plus gear next week, meaning that champion crests are free to use as you get them. You can seemingly get 2 sparks this week. The first spark is from the generic spark quest in the tent in Silvermoon. The second spark is from a PvP quest. The Sparks of War Voidstorm quest will award a spark even though it says it doesn't. For this quest, you just collect treasures and kill rares in Voidstorm. No PvP needed. Do not do the Nightile Spark quest, it is broken.
Okay, so wait, what's the bug? I saw a bug on Wowhead, right? Can't type. Holy shit, my fingers were on the wrong buttons the entire time. I just kept typing the wrong fucking thing. Happened. Next to the Great Vault. Once this quest is complete. Midnight World Tour. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Third spark players gotten from the Midnight World Tour is a one-time only quest is available at the start of the expansion, meaning that any character that didn't season 1 No longer be able to do it again. This means that only new characters will get the third spark this week. Well, I mean, fucking yeah. Like it doesn't matter this week. If you get whatever.
There is a quest to do curse surges on the island that says it gives a spark, but it doesn't. I am not sure if it is bugged or not. And there is a third spark from an exploit that will likely get fixed. The rep gear rewards from the original 4 factions have been upped. It is broken. There is a quest to do curse surges on the island that says it gives a spark, but it doesn't. I am not sure if it is bugged or not. And there is a third spark from an exploit that will likely get fixed. The rep gear rewards from the original 4 factions have been updated to Season 2 Veteran, meaning you can go back to Voidstorm and get a Crucible trinket that is upgradable to 295. You get it in the exact same way as Season 1, by a quest from the rep vendor that gets you to do a wave of Stomarian Assault. This trinket is still good and is simming better than Gaze for me, but will get outscaled faster than it did in Season 1 because it is only Veteran instead of Champion. Alright, that is pretty much everything. Keep note that none of this really matters. Any content you do is for 1 or 2 items.
Thank you, Zorthus. Alright. Good. Yeah, they've never done that before. Randomly, the Crucible Trinket is just good again, yeah. Where's the Spark guy? Yeah, I know that guy. Yeah. You know that guy. Patch 1 renowns are useless for newcomers, yeah. Where's the first spark? Spark guy's the one you didn't click? Which fucking one? Not this guy. Oh, Jesus. Are you good at this game? No. I've dedicated all of my time to doing Mythic Plus and Raid, and so if you took an objective question such as "Are you good at this game?" or a very subjective question such as "Are you good at this game?" many people would say no because I don't do very much in this game outside of Mythic Plus and Raid. Sparks of War, Void Storm. Is this the one? Let me look. Okay. Yeah, good morning. The in-game quest helper? Well, I'm who it's for. I need it. Alright, I'm going back to the island. We're gonna go back to the coil doll. You casting the race? I am. I'm flying out on the 17th. What are we crafting on Boomkin? I mean, is it not always just weapon? How boosted am I on a scale of 1 to 10? I don't know. Let me think. Your one key was a resilient... One of your keys was a resilient 22 seat that took us, like, I don't know, 8 attempts or something. Another one of your keys was a pit of Sauron that you got fed from your guild.
Cut down anything you can.
So, like, I don't know, that's probably... at least a 3, right? Are you spam texture? Yeah, I'm a spam texture. I'm also a spam texture. Look, I don't know what these people say about double, triple texting, and fuck it, I'm down for a 4th even. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a single fuck. Yeah. My thoughts happen in waves. They don't happen in one quick succession. It's I just clicked on the wrong thing. I just clicked on the podcast. All right, good luck. Whatever, doesn't matter. Oops. Yeah, good morning. How boosted am I on a scale of 1 to 10? I don't know. A 1. You're a 1. I don't believe tanks can be boosted. Maybe a hot take. I don't think tanks can be boosted. So, podcasting with Doug? No, I was podcasting with Doro. Kingdom Hearts. That's that game with Mickey Mouse, right? I've never played Kingdom Hearts, actually. 1% rewards out yet? Nah, the 1% rewards don't come out for like 3 or 4 weeks normally. I'm like aware of the genre of game. Like it's like a turn-based it's like a turn-based battler, right? I've never played it. I know it's incredibly popular. Yeah, I think that like I have cousins that were a little bit older than me, and they had like a PlayStation 2, and he played in that, and one of my cousins actually played all the Kingdom Hearts games. I don't know what his deal was. Like he would love Kingdom Hearts games. But yeah, I've never played it. Is patch 12.1 critically acclaimed? Yes, it's critically acclaimed by me. I'm critical, and then I said, you know what? I needed this. I've acclaimed it. Acclaimed it is not that bad. Tanks have the privilege that they can group other keys infinite amounts of tries until they succeed. Sure. But I think everybody's... Rescue the cleaver. I think everybody's beholden to the level of the tank, right? So, something that people don't want to talk about is that there's individual skill variance. Everybody has individual skill variance, right? Even on like a day-to-day, even on like a run-to-run kind of situation, everybody has a varying amounts of skill, right? You might proc your fucking bottom 10% play during a run, or you might be having a really good day and you're randomly playing at like 95% of your potential. But everybody's got like run-to-run skill variance, and as long as the tank, like the tank is the person who controls everything in the run, and so since they control everything, like you are basically beholden to what is their skill variance. How's my favorite millionaire streamer? Dude, I am fucking broke. Let me tell you.
I'm listening, my friend.
I just comment with someone last week that a bad tank can be boosted. Oh, can't be boosted. Imagine a shitty tank. Yeah, I mean, nobody's... I really don't think you can be boosted in Mythic Plus. I think you just take so much motherfucking damage. Like, and I think every single pull... So here's the thing. Here's the thing is like a DPS or a healer, right? There's moments in time of which DPSing... I'm trying to do...
Sit down with me.
There's moments in time in which a DPS and healer have to actually do work, and it's normally like a couple of times a dungeon, right? Like there's a hard heal check, maybe 3 pulls in a dungeon. There's moments in time where DPS have to, you know, hit this DPS check and then coordinate kicks. We'll say 3 or 4 times a dungeon. Obviously, you know, it's not like you're doing nothing outside of those things, but the hard parts of the dungeon are very heavily isolated into specific moments. And then if you're able to meet the minimum throughput check on like on DPS and healer outside of those, then it's chill. So, but as a tank, gathering and surviving every single trash pack and every single pull is hard in and of itself, and tanks don't really get a break in the same way that DPS do, and the same way healers do. And so like you get exposed really fucking easy whenever you're out of your depth. Whenever I deplete, you can say a tank is holding you back. Yes, you are allowed to say that. I believe that you have the pass to say that for sure. And give this guy some cash. Yeah, I'm trying to pay for my fucking flooded basement that's still not repaired.
You got orders, Hashura.
Just watch Kegels on the first pull of Floodgate. You'll know that you can't be boosted. Dude, yeah, the fucking first pull of Floodgate. Stupid fucking Floodgate. You know, Gambit, Floodgate, and Eco Del Maldani's first pulls were so hard. For no reason. And I just sucked at them the entire time. Are you gonna make a Boomy guide for Season 2? Rotation's pretty much the same. I might make a Mythic Plus specific Boomy guide for Season 2.
I'm listening, my friend.
I was in the fucking lab, dude, yeah. I was in M0 just doing the fucking pull by myself. Trying to get everything gathered. That shit was so stupid. Would it be boosted if you took 6+ hours in Resilient Seat 23 before you finally lived the first time and you didn't die? Again, I mean, boosted is subjective, right? I ultimately, you're beholden to the tank's skill, and he had to be able to, you know, proc the upper bound of his skill variance. I think everybody is resilient boosted. 100% of the players who play the game currently are resilient boosted just because of how resilient works. It alters the way that you play the game so heavily. Yo, Alterial, thank you for the sub. Welcome. I think everybody's resilient boosted. It's just obviously there are varying grades of like how resilient boosted you may be, but like everybody is, because it's shifted up like the it's shifted up the expectations like 1 key level.
There is nowhere you can hide. May you always
Yeah, Jet's back. Yeah, Jet and Atlas. I'm interested in seeing how they do. I haven't seen Jet in a hot minute. I mean, obviously, I think Jet's going to do fine. Atlas is also a little bit of a wild card, but I think that guy is very articulate, and I think he'll do a good job.
All of them.
From learning BB this season, I refer to your guide from last season. There's some talents that are slightly different now. Like, you're not going to be... Like, after this season's tier set, you're not really going to be playing, like, Hail of Stars and stuff. Basically, Starweaver's also a dead talent, so some stuff's definitely going to be a little bit different. But, I mean, in terms of, like, the basic fundamentals, yeah, it's going to work kind of the same. Yeah, Atlas the DK. Atlas the DK is casting. A Floodgate incident when you didn't invite a healer and went in with 4 DPS. Look. That was my bad. I'm not even gonna like cope. That's my fault. Rotation is simple for EC. Yeah, EC is very easy. Know the demigod who holds the sky up?
Fight for the Amani. All of them.
Isn't that the Magi of Vander? Aren't those the people that are holding the sky up?
I fight for the Witherbark.
Where's this quest? Alright. Here's the map. Okay, we're good. I've obtained the...
Bright-eyed shadow bless.
Can I get 2 maps? Is this real lore?
You got orders, Hashura?
Hold on.
I'll watch your back.
Well, I guess you can only use 1 map a week, right? When you flying out? I'm flying out on the 17th. I'm gonna try something. How'd you do that? I asked Gemini. Claude and I discussed how to make this happen, and then it spat out an HTML document for it. The other one vanishes a reward. Okay. Let me just think. What am I doing? Did a temple patrol? Hey, good morning. Seems like there's a shit ton of kicks in Blinding Veil. Not really. So, the reason I don't think there's a shit ton of kicks in Blinding Veil is, like, very few of them are, like... No, there's not many mobs that spam Bolt. Like, normally whenever I think of a shit ton of kicks, I think of, like, a mob that's, like, spamming Bolt over and over again. Excellent. But in Veil, it's more like... you know... There's, like, a couple of mobs... You know, there'll be, like, 2 mobs per pack that cast Volley. Like, in Veil, it's like... I think that the fucking Volley rotation, it'll be like 1 Volley mob per pack, and it might require 2 kicks. What do I got? Veil. Yes, sir. Hey, handsome. I'm glad you can make it this morning. Can you wish my friend Vip happy birthday? Happy birthday, Vip. What's the highest key we're going to see in week 1? What are you thinking? I don't know, 15 maybe?
I fucking hate Tattles being happy. What a dickhead.
Yo, Daniel.cool,
Fuck
thank you for the
yourself.
sub. Holy fuck, we're up to 5. Once we get to 20, Doug gets a treat. We're ramping. Doug, I'm feeling it's going to be a good day for you, buddy. It's going to be a good day. Big pats. What am I doing here? How many subs for you to get a treat? Every sub's one. Yeah, well, yeah. Every sub's a treat. You really think about it? I saw the tweet. Glad to see you got the booking for the race. Oh, yeah. Look, nothing is ever... In esports, nothing is ever guaranteed. Nothing is ever guaranteed, unfortunately. So that's why you gotta keep working as hard as possible every single tier. And, continue to put work in, because if you start phoning it in, people will notice, and nothing is guaranteed. But yeah, nothing. I learned long ago that nothing is ever guaranteed. I had like a method casting fiasco, and then Golden Guardians randomly fucking dissolved. So there's been a couple of times where it's like, are you fucking kidding me? But nothing is guaranteed. You have to always be on the lookout. You have to look out for your own best interests at all times. But a lot of things that you can do to mitigate that is just working really, really hard and not phoning it in. Yeah, GG. Yeah, GG. What was the Method fiasco? Well, Method in the year 2019, whenever they were the only World of Warcraft organization, the way that they operated was by I would describe it as taking advantage of people's passion for World of Warcraft, right? And they would offer people significantly below industry rate, not like bottom of industry rate, but like half that, for casting, for editing work, for anything, right? They didn't really pay their players really. And so they would give people significantly below industry rate just because my passion is esports, right? Or whatever. And so the first Race World first, I was making $125 a day, and they had me casting 10 to 12 hours a day. That was fucking insane. But unrelated, I was getting paid like nothing, but I didn't realize that I was getting paid nothing. And then I started casting the MDI the next season, so then I was kind of like, you know, Sloot and Nagura told me, yo, what the fuck are they doing? Like, that's not cool. And so like I realized that, like, okay, these people were kind of taking advantage of me. They're like, yeah, you shouldn't fucking take that shit. Like, Sloot and Nagura are the best. And then in Ashar's Eternal Palace, I was definitely getting paid lower than I should have been, still. But I took it because I thought it was going to be the only Race for World first event, right? So I was like, whatever, it is what it is. How they pitched it was that there was going to be multiple, that they were going to be back at the Red Bull Gaming Sphere, and there was going to be multiple guilds that were participating in the Race World first on broadcast and stuff like that. As it turns out, they fucking lied to me. And there was multiple broadcast events, and they lied to me because they wanted me to re-sign thinking that it was non-competitive at a lower rate than what I was requesting. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And so yeah, they pissed me off. And so then I wanted out of the contract, and then I got told by Sasha Steffens that I will have no place in World of Warcraft again if I back out of the contract. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, in retrospect, why are you telling that to some 22-year-old kid? But also, what the fuck? But yeah, dude, that was my first real lesson about you should always just look out for yourself. That was a good one. And then yeah, then Golden Guardians was a lot less controversial. That org just dissolved. That's just how that went. That's just how that went down. Have you ever thought about casting TFT events? I've never been asked. They took the Blizzard approach to esports. I think Blizzard... No. Method would unironically tell... There's stories about Method people telling... like, they would post, like, we're hiring, like, job... like applications online, and then they would be like unpaid interns, right? It wouldn't be just like with Blizzard specifically, Blizzard underpays relative to the market rate. Like they're kind of the bottom, but Method really took this to another level where I don't know how they work now, but I've heard many stories. I've heard two stories from different people who are prominent editors, or were prominent editors at some point. I guess they're not anymore, both of the people that I know. In like 2019 in the WoW scene, where both of them got told by different Method people that they should work for free because Method is a good opportunity, and that they should be thankful for the opportunity to work with Method. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, dude, you don't have to be even paying people like insane amounts of money, but like nothing. I was like, are you fucking kidding? They say that shit unironically. Like, and for context, so while the $125 a day for casting the Method race, whenever I was basically making minimum wage casting the Method race for the first tier, and then I was making like $220 the second tier. Like the normal amount for a brand new caster, someone who's never casted anything before, is like $300 a day. That was also like Complexity's intro price, which was completely fair. Yeah, exposure bucks. I mean, this was 2019. This was back when Method was actually relevant. What was your involvement with Golden Guardians? Yeah, I was the water boy. Plus a per diem for food. Normally they give you catering. It's not like you don't get a per diem because most of these, in theory, you should get a per diem. But then, yeah, oh my god, that's true. I didn't just get 125 plus a per diem and catering. I got $125 and then got told, go figure out your own food accommodations. Oh, that was good shit. I actually forgot about that. That did happen to me. That's good shit. Yeah, there's a difference between being underpaid and being taken advantage of. Yeah, that was very heavily a like we know we're the only show in town, and thus you should be grateful to work for us type of thing. And it's just like, I was talking to some guy, like this is how it should work, right? I was talking to some guy about editing a YouTube video of mine. He doesn't really have much experience editing, right? But I think he's going to do a good job because I think he's like really passionate about like some of the stuff. He's relatively new. And he was like, I don't care. He said something like, dude, I don't care about the money, because I was telling him about like how much I could offer him for like editing a project. And he's like, I don't care about the money. And I go, I do not do unpaid work. Like I was like, straight up, I just do not do unpaid work. Like, I know this isn't like life-changing money or anything, but I was like, I do not do unpaid work. That's just how it works. Like I don't fuck around with not paying people. Liquid takes decent care of you guys. Oh yeah, Liquid's great. Every time I worked for Echo, Echo was fantastic as well, right? Echo, I haven't worked with them in a hot minute. They were nothing but wonderful to work with. Every single time I worked with them, it was literally like again, that was exclusive to Method circa 2020. Echo and Liquid did not operate like that. Stripe and Roger Brown seem like good dudes along with Maris. Yeah, those guys are great. I like all of the people that work at Echo. I think they're all great. I do think that Echo has some logistical challenges because Stripe and Roger aren't like business dudes. They're like WoW dudes. And so they're kind of figuring out how to navigate the ins and outs of running a business while not being, you know, innately business people. But like, yeah, they're good people. I like both of them. For a business dev position, dude, they need, yeah. Yeah, they're great. I was a fan of their HR people. Yeah, I don't know who their HR people are anymore. I haven't done anything in a very long time for them, so I can't really speak to the inner workings of their company. So you don't get to finish the story this week? No, I think it caps at 4, right? Holy Priest video? I'm glad you enjoyed it. You going to BlizzCon with Liquid? I'm going to BlizzCon with Blizzard. I'm casting the MDI. Where's my 1% bird? That shit'll show up in like 4 weeks or something. It was the problem meme back in full force. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure who actually runs Method. I think the answer is Sasha Steffens, but I guess I never really knew. But again, it's been a while. I was kind of always under the impression it was Sasha, but again, like, it's also been 7 years, so who's really to say? Sko? I'm not sure. No. Sko and Sasha are two different people. That's on the patch so far. I'm excited that there's a new patch. Pretty much it. But yeah, I will be at BlizzCon. If anybody's going to BlizzCon and they see me, please introduce yourself and say hello. Also, don't just say, "Oh my god, you're Tettles," and then don't say anything else, because I'm so fucking autistic that I can't figure out what to say next, and then I get stun locked. Please tell me your name. People do that. People did that shit to me in the past at BlizzCon, and then I fucking like. I never feel more autistic than whenever people do shit like that to me, and I'm just like, I don't know how to respond. I don't know how to respond. I don't know how to respond. That song is a banger. Oh my god, it settles. Oh my god, it settles. I'm just like, oh yes, hello. And then it's just, oh, that's so awkward. And I go, hello. And then I don't know what to say back. I'm just like, I stand there and I'm like, God, I'm so weird. Nice to meet you. I do normally say something along those lines. I go, oh yes, hello, that is me. And then it's just like, what's your name? And then I normally ask, like, what's your name? Because it's like, I'm just like, because also I'm trying to clock like who they are. Like, is this somebody I'm supposed to know too? Because like there's people that you've never put a face to a voice, or you may only know them as like a screen name online, right? And so it's just like, oh goodness. Who the fuck are you? And then I hit him with and then I asked them what guild they raid in and stuff like that. Looks like kind of normal questions. It's something about it. It's always the intro, like the introduction, that makes me feel insanely fucking weird sometimes. I love Aston. That guy's the goat. What's the required guild rank to be able to speak to you? Anybody can talk to me. They usually just tell you a guild that you don't know. I would say it's about 50-50. The people who go to BlizzCon are pretty fucking sweaty. Like, in terms of, like, a lot of the people that go to BlizzCon normally are high-ranking WoW people, historically. I feel like more often than not, it's like a guild that I do know. You don't know my guild? Okay, that's true. But like it's not. Rankings consider high ranking. I would say like top 100 in A. Most of the guilds in the top 100 on NA, I would have at least heard of. Make you feel awkward? God. Look, I'm gonna feel awkward regardless. I have to socialize with people. That shit was a lost cause. When you see Tellus at BlizzCon, just say your chat name and ask if he remembers you. Yeah, that won't make me uncomfortable at all. Are you gonna do Shui Team Sean at BlizzCon? No. Up your Twitch and here you are. Yo, what up? Moderately sweaty. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I got my map. Not using it now. Not using it. Bro, do you remember me? Dude, Franck. Oh my god. There is a BlizzCon 2023. Franck showed up. And I don't know how I knew what Franck looked like. I think I saw him in like the Sepulchre race documentary by Liquid or something like that. So I think I knew what he looked like. And I walked up to him and met him, and like I was like with Dratnos at the time, and Franck deadass walks up to Dratnos and goes, "Hey, what's up, man? Big fan." and then shakes Dratnos' hand, does not introduce himself, and then asks Dratnos for a fucking picture. And so like I take a picture for Franck with Dratnos, and then he still doesn't tell Dratnos who he is. Like it was like I was like, holy shit. And then after like he takes the picture, he goes, "I'm Franck," and then Dratnos just does a double take and he goes, "Oh fuck." I was like, I was laughing so fucking hard at that. Dratnos is like, who the fuck is this guy? That shit's good one. $12 billion? Oh my god, the Lakers. Franck is such a troll. Oh yeah, that was really fucking funny. I just remember that in the moment being really funny. Dratnos deserved it. Dratnos definitely deserved it. And I know Dratnos was like, who is this guy? But like, he's too nice to say anything. And so Dratnos is just going along with it, just being polite, right? Are you casting the race this season? I am. I'm casting for the liquid. The liquid. Casting for liquid. Have you ever met Growl? No. Can you give that up? I actually don't believe he ever thought that bit was that funny, admittedly. And I think one of the co-casters that we worked with for a little while kept that bit going for way too fucking long, and he did not find it funny. No, what if you have met Growl and you didn't realize it? That's a good point. I never thought about that. What if I have met Growl? No, I mean I like talking to people. It's more just like if the social interaction doesn't go the way that I feel like I imagine it should, I feel fucking autistic as hell. I'm just like, oh my god. Like, what have I done? It's like, it's always like internally, I'm like, what have I done wrong? Oh no, I'm coming off so weird. We all play WoW? Nah, it's valid as fuck. See you at BlizzCon? I'll see you at BlizzCon. I will be there. You realize what you should have said? Oh yeah, I mean, it's always later when I'm sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, fuck, I should have said something different. We already knew you're weird? Look, I know. I feel like it's so weird to walk up and introduce myself like they should know who I am. Okay, but on the receiving end, introducing yourself by saying, "Oh, hey, you're XYZ," is like I actually don't know what the appropriate response is. Like, I actually get like stunned by it. I'm like, yes, that is me. Do you know why Automatic Jack is not casting a race roll first? No idea. I don't control that shit. Probably a question to ask in his chat. If you ask them, oh my god, you should ask them if they're a sub. No. I have to ask them if they're subscribed to me on YouTube and then make them pull up their fucking YouTube channel to make sure. That'd be good fucking shit. Cost related, they're flying in the Europeans? I don't know. I'm again, you ask a question, I'm genuinely not sure what the reason is. Tier 3 Patreon sub here. How do you rate the patch? I haven't really done anything on the patch yet. Fun. I'm excited for the patch, admittedly. I think the dungeon pool is pretty good. I've liked the raid during raid testing. I think the raid during raid testing has been fucking sick. So I'm pretty high on this patch, but like I like playing World of Warcraft every single day. I love World of Warcraft. I think this game is really fun. A lot of people like to doom and hate. I'm a fucking enjoyer of World of Warcraft. I may be critical sometimes, but that's only because I want it to get better. And I may also be critical in a video that's coming out later this week talking about fucking resilient keys for a little bit, but that's only because I want them to change. You're going to get the title amount achievement for Season 1. Normally it's like 4 weeks. I feel like that's the normal timeline. On expansion launch, it's like 6 weeks, too. Hey, buddy. Everyone using Ellesmere UI? Well, yeah, Ellesmere UI is the future. It's the year of the smear. Haven't you heard? Brazil keys are a plague. Yeah, they're not that fun. You know, they're not that fun. What do you want to change? I need creators to say what they want. I want the annoying part of... Okay, I don't know how they fix this. But whenever you have to optimize keystones, right? Like whenever you're trying to push a higher end of your keystone level, right? Of your skill ceiling, you encounter a system that it goes from being fun to no longer being fun. And the reason for that is because your resilient level is a really hard key. And then your resilient level +1 is an even harder key, to the point where you don't really feel like you have much progression. Then that ends up resulting in you depleting your homework key over and over and over and over again, and that's not fun, right? That entire gameplay loop surrounding the resilient system ends up turning into something that's not that fun. And I you know, that's it's whenever it becomes optimized, and whenever you start optimizing the system is when it becomes like, oh, I don't like this anymore. Like all the way up until you're optimizing it, it's actually a pretty good system. But the moment that you hit, you know, your homework key is, say, a 20% success rate, and your push key is a 5% success rate, you're like, fuck, this shit is hard. And you're like, it's not that fun anymore. Whereas in the past, your homework key would be an 80% success rate. Like, it would be your resilient level -1. That would be like what it would normally be in a typical season. Why are we flying around circles? I'm going to a delve because I need to push up my delve level. Why am I flying? I don't know. Taking the scenic route, perhaps? The whole, like, resilient brain thing, too, where 0 people are locked in for the resilient key, is so unbelievably frustrating. Like, I've never seen a 5-stack locked in for a resilient key ever. Like, nobody gives a singular fuck about this resilient key. I see people slash abandon after, like, 1 death in a resilient key, and it's like, dude, this shit is still timeable. Like, what are we doing? Like, just play. Like, please. Why do so many people like energy drinks? Honest question. Well, I'm preparing myself for one of Team Liquid's title sponsors, Monster Energy. And whenever I am casting the Race to World first, I need to have my energy. It only goes on a scale from 1 to 10. And what happens whenever I need to cast the race is I need it to be on a level higher than what I normally can provide. I need it to go to a 12. And so then you crack a couple of M's, and then you achieve euphoria that you thought was only achievable by death itself. And so then you slam an M. Is this an 11? I'm getting there. I'm like a 10 right now. First Dorkin.
Happy 6-year anniversary to the BFA Season 4 Push Week Extravaganza.
Oh my god.
Loved your shout out in your History of M and video. Hope your self-worth as a streamer is improved just a little bit to know that you've done enough to keep us interested for at least that long. Smiley face.
For the resub. Holy shit. Yeah, the Push Week Extravaganza, that was a fucking heater. Now people don't even push on live. Sag. Maybe people will push this season on live. You never know. The show was fun. You said you don't work for free. Stop shilling for Monster. I'm not shilling. Those were my unfiltered thoughts. There was no ad. Legally, you have to disclose that there's an ad by the FTC. So, like, I would have to have told you if that was an ad. That's not an ad. Those were just my thoughts. Is the PvP one bugged? I haven't done the Spark Quests yet. I'm leveling up my Delve currently, and then I'm going to do Spark Quests. I should change this guy. I have no idea what's good. I don't have Curious. What? Okay. No, I'm doing Voidstorm. I'm not doing Nagatal. Nagatal? Yo, what's good? When do we get the title mount? It's normally about a month. It's somewhere between like a month and like 6 weeks normally. It takes them a hot minute. Even the title? Everything. It just takes them a while. I don't know. It's always taken them a while, though. It just works like that. It's literally always worked like that. I couldn't begin to tell you why. As long as as long as the 0.1% title has existed, it's always taken them fucking forever to pass that shit out. They should hurry it up then. Alright, yeah, well. I don't really know why it takes them so long, admittedly. I suspect it might take them so long because I wonder if it's just not automated. Yeah, like I wonder like why it takes so long. Like I understand that they're busy with the patch launch. But I wonder if it's like not something that's like fully automated. Like if it's something that's like semi-automated. They manually check if somebody's boosted, yeah. And then they DM Dratnos and ask Dratnos what his thoughts are on them. Last season they took. Oh, I mean that shit was so stupid. So what happened last season was what was it during the pre-patch or something like that? After the expansion was like over, you could still do Mythic Plus Keystones because like I don't know, they wanted you to still be able to have that content. But the score counted towards the 0.1% title rewards. I can't believe that happened. Be 10x the work. Yeah, I don't really know what their deal is. Well, that's why I said semi-automated, because I can't imagine that they're like doing all that work by hand, right? Because I suspect what happens is like they get swamped with work at the beginning of the season, and then they just like can't push the rewards out like in a super timely manner, which then it calls into question like why? Because if it's automated, right, it's just something that should happen, but that's clearly not how it works for this. Yeah, I don't really know. There's clearly something that randomly makes them take a lot longer than it reasonably should. But does the Delve map give hero gear this week? Yes, if you do the Delve on level 8 and you use the map on the level 8 Delve, then you can get a hero track piece of gear. Which is what I'm currently doing. You're going to be going... Is there going to be My Chemical Romance during the Race World First? Yes. I will be playing My Chemical Romance in the caster room at the Race World First. You know, that's who they should fucking hire for the BlizzCon act. I don't understand. Who are we getting again this year? Les Seraphim or some shit? Somebody needs to get My Chemical Romance out there. That's who we really need. Or fuck it, Linkin Park again. We're all old. It's a fucking WoW. It's a WoW convention. We're all like old. Are you casting Race Roll First right into BlizzCon MDI? Well, it's not right in. I have to go home. So my out flight is from the race is like September 1st. So then I come home for a little bit, and then my in-flight to BlizzCon, I believe, is like the 10th or something. Let me look. September 10th. Yes, September 10th. And so then I fly back to LA on the 10th. Or I guess I'm flying into Santa Ana, but like, was it down way before September 1st? So yes, we get our flights rebooked. How are you gonna take care of Doug? My brother's gonna come over and take care of Doug. The brother that used to live with me before the basement flooded he's gonna come over and take care of my cat. It'll be fine. Midway or O'Hare? I'm in Missouri now. So I'm flying out of Columbia Regional. And then I am flying to Denver. Both times, actually. Actually, no. I'm flying to Dallas. And then I'm flying Dallas to LAX for the race. Because the race is in not... So I'm not doxing where fucking Liquid's headquarters is. I don't think it's like... Actually, they're in Santa Monica. I was going to say, I don't think it's actually hidden information. It's definitely not hidden information. They're in Santa Monica. So flying into LAX makes sense for the race. So I fly Dallas to LAX. And for BlizzCon, I'm flying Denver to Santa Ana. Where you will be and when. That'll be fun. Probably. There's nothing that possibly could go wrong with this. Leak the flight number? No. Hell. John Wayne's much chiller than LAX. Good choice. Yeah. I mean, that was like... Blizzard's paying for it, so they asked me where I wanted to fly into, and I sent them the flight information that I wanted, and it was like, yep. Hell fucking yes. I was like, please and thank you. First class? No. I always fly economy. I've never flown first class. I also don't value upgrades on flights that heavily. I know some people do. I view flying to be uncomfortable no matter what's happening, so like I'm not going to spend extra money on an upgrade. Yeah, I get a slightly larger chair that's still equally uncomfortable. I bet your legs fit on planes. Okay, I'm not especially tall, but nobody fits on a plane. I'm pretty sure that's like the fucking bit, right? Is that nobody actually fits on a plane. But if Blizzard pays for it, okay, if Blizzard paid for it, I'm down. Different story on international business. I mean, I am like the king of sleeping on flights. If it's a flight, I'm asleep on it. So like even, what was the flight? I did like Dallas to Frankfurt one time. That was like, I think an 8-hour flight or some shit for one of the races. And then there was like Frankfurt to Hamburg. I was asleep on the entirety of the 8-hour flight. Like, if it's, if I was going Houston to fucking Narita or something, right? If I was going Houston to Tokyo, all right, hand up. That shit's like really fucking uncomfortable. I don't know if there's going to be anything that's like particularly comfortable with that specifically. Yeah, I'm 5'9". But nobody never fits on planes. Like, that's the thing, is that literally nobody ever fits on planes. I don't know.
I fucking hate Tails
Yo,
being happy. What a
The
dickhead.
boosh. Thank you for the
Fuck you,
sub.
Tails.
Flew from London to Singapore? Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, okay. If we're talking like a 20-hour flight, I don't even know what that is, like 19 hours probably. Yeah, that's like brutal. But that's going to be brutal. I don't know if it's going to be comfortable no matter where you
Hey,
sit.
what's going on, guys? Kalamazzi here, and today's video is actually
Silverstein.
not going to be about Warlock stuff.
Thank you, Kalamazzi. Time to sub back in? Yep, time to sub back in. This week, not everything. Oh. Minus 13 euros. Yeah, poggers. Oh, all right. What numbers do you want? $33, $67, $69. Roll 1 to 100. 19. GG. What spec is losing their kneecaps this Friday? I don't know. The Arms? Is Arms good in Raid? Now, like, I understand that Arms is going to be good on a couple of specific bosses in Raid, particularly the Coiled Altar and Twin Fangs. Like, I know that Arms is going to be good on these fights. Is Arms OP in Raid? Blood Decay? Okay, could be Blood Decay. DPS Warrior can't be good, it will get nerfed. Heroic Week will take them out once again. As is tradition. Oh my gosh. Ugh, Dougie. Hey, buddy. Devour haste scaling bug? Yeah, maybe. How do we get the map? There was a quest. I think it was like a blue weekly that was in the new zone. Is your guild party chat and stream chat all in one? Oh, no. So guild is like people who are subscribed to my Twitch. Party is people who are VIPs in my chat. And then like say is like everybody else. It's not my actual guild. My guild chat's like, here, I'll show you. My guild chat's beneath this. Cutoff rating went up a point or so. What? Did it really? Why? Chat baited by chat, yeah. Raid leader is mods? No, raid leader is me. Mods are people that are in the raid, though. Is your guild linked to Discord in game yet? Yeah, we did. We did. That was like first global last night. That's actually a really sick system. I don't think it's like super useful this week specifically, but whenever people are looking for like Mythic Plus groups, that is certainly the point in time where that shit is nice. That's a system that, like, again, it's not super useful right now, but I think it's that was a good job. Tell your cat it said they said What are you looking at? You want to get up? Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. When's the Nemesis Stealth thing going to be out? So question mark difficulty's out this week. Question mark difficulty's out next week. But question mark difficulty was supposed to give hero track crests, and then it didn't. And so maybe you shouldn't do it this week? Who really is to say, though? He's got socks on? Yeah, he's got socks on. My cat always wears socks. You talk about something really fucking stupid. All right, hit me with it. The Delve CE thing is just with double question mark. It's available next week. It's not even available this week. YouTube chat to like the stream. Amen. I'm not really sure what that does, but amen. What's the best delve to spam for the vault? I have no idea. I'm just fucking spamming Calamity because vibes, maybe. Where's your Boomkin guide? That's a good question. I don't know. I have a little bit of time this week. I probably will end up making one. For the I'm not leveling fucking Valir. You just remember when I did that shit last season? I did that fucking stupid ass curio farming for like 5 hours on stream leveling my Valera. That was dumb. Why did I do that? Just to not get the Hall of Fame because I'm bad. Actually, well, yeah, I am bad. I didn't want to play Guardian. Is most of the reason. That was cinema. That was so stupid. You didn't kill it? No, I didn't get it. Like, I killed it like the day after because I wanted to do it on Moonkin and I wanted to do it on stream. And so I didn't think it was going to close that quickly. I think it's like a part of it. And then it just like fucking closed in the middle of the night or something. Your long-form content's dope. Keep on doing what you're doing. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, I'm gonna... Obviously, there's gonna be a little bit of a break in the long-form content. Maybe I should have banked some up. But... regardless. There's gonna be a break in the long-form content probably until, like... I'll get back to working on it after September, if I had to guess. So, like... October, November, the long-form content is gonna return. And then, think. Yeah, so yeah, like probably like October, November, the long form content's gonna return. But I am gonna have like a raid series out this season as well, which that'll be like a weekly series. So it's not gonna be specifically like super long, right? Like it's not gonna be like 2 hour long videos. They're gonna be like somewhere between 10 and 20 minute long videos, episodic on a weekly basis about the raid. But it should be in a similar style to the long form stuff. So hopefully people like it. Yeah, good morning. No plans for Zero to Hero this season? Yes, I am doing a Zero to Hero this season. I'm going to play... the people on my Patreon are going to vote on a melee DPS at some point. Probably after I get back from the race. We're gonna vote on a class, and then I have to level at some point. Not really a break. Well, it's a break from my YouTube content specifically, right? It's a break from my like long form YouTube content. I actually think like I don't want to say a lot, but there's a non-zero amount of people who watch my long form content who either don't actively have a subscription to World of Warcraft or don't actively play retail. And so like I do think that there's, you know, some portion of my audience that is like classic only as well. And like but hopefully the content that I'm making is also able to be watched. How do you unlock curse surges? I have no fucking idea. To be honest, I don't really know. Classic players. Well, that's kind of... I think that's just like a thing with content creation for WoW in 2026 is like... the player base is really fragmented, and so making sure that you're making content that, like, there's inevitably going to be some content that I'm making purely for the retail player base, just because that's the content that I enjoy making, and you know, I do it on a weekly basis. Like, I made a fucking video guide about all of the Mythic Plus dungeons this season, right? There's going to be some content that's just going to be like that because that's the content I like. But I think that I need to have a mix. Like, I need some balance. Yo, what up? Never done Mythic Plus for 14 years, always been a PvPer, still enjoy watching your 0 to Hero. Yeah, exactly, and people like that. I think that that's a really good example, thank you. Where it's like, either somebody who doesn't actively like do Mythic Plus, or like, it's kind of like the people who watch the Race to World first, if that makes any sense, where there's a lot of people who watch the Race to World first who either don't actively have a sub to World of Warcraft, or are currently playing retail, or currently not playing retail, instead they're playing classic, but they still watch the race every single season, right? That's the kind of goal for what my content is, or not all of it, but some of it. I want it to be watchable by people who maybe don't actively play the game. I'm not playing PvP. The Chinese server Mythic Plus tech stuff, yeah, and I mean that stuff, like all of that content's good. Ooh, problem. I like making all that content. I think all that content's good. I think I just want to balance. Like, I need a good balance, right? Also, if I know this is maybe a long shot, if there's anybody who's experienced in editing YouTube videos, it doesn't necessarily have to be World of Warcraft, but you also play World of Warcraft, and you're looking for some work, I want to hire somebody for some sporadic work. So if you can DM me on Discord, that would be optimal. I'm looking to hire somebody for some sporadic work. It's not going to be something that's like super consistent or anything. But yeah. Are you paying like Method? No, I pay the people who edit my videos like okay. I mean, you're not going to get fucking rich. Like, you're editing a fucking... Like, I'm asking people to edit, like, a 30 minute to an hour long video. OS versus NA? No, I haven't seen that video yet. I need to watch it at some point. Short form or long form? It'll be long form stuff.
I fucking hate Tettles being happy.
I'm doing all the short form stuff myself. I'll figure that shit out on my own. But, like, most of the stuff I'm looking for is, like, somebody can edit, like, a long form video. Yo, thank you for the sub. Tactics is sort of a 1% focused routing video 3 or 4 months in. Yeah, I mean, that content's good, right? Like, I think that doing stuff like that is very valuable. Hey, buddy. You think you'll play Classic Plus at all? Yes. I think I will. I'm going to try it, and I hope I have fun. But yeah, right now I'm just trying to get some people. Because the thing is, like, oh my gosh. Doug, you just muted everything, I think. Or you just turned off my music somehow? How the fuck did you do that? How big is your yard? I don't know. But yeah, no, like what I need is like, so I need like multiple editors basically, right? So like while one editor is focused on the 0 to Hero video, that video takes fucking forever to edit, right? And so while somebody's editing that, I would like somebody else to also be able to start working on some of the other long form videos that I want to make. That's kind of the point of like what I'm looking for. So again, it's like probably a couple of videos a season. I sent you a DM. All right, I'll look at it after stream. How long does it take to set up Ellesmere UI? I think probably like 3 hours maybe. if you're like going from like zero UI to like fully set up Ellesmere UI, probably like 2-3 hours if I had to guess. You're ramping your content even more? Yes. I need... Well, yeah. I actually need help. I actually need help with some of the editing of the long form stuff. Mostly because I could edit them myself, but first off, they wouldn't be done in time, and secondly, I wouldn't be really happy with the product. And so... Because I think with editing specifically, it's... You need to know whenever you're... Like, knowing when you're done is kind of important. But editing for me, I just like sit there in my own head. It's kind of like thumbnails. I've been really heavy into like thumbnail making, like making thumbnails lately. And if there's a thumbnail that like doesn't hit for me, I'll sit there and I'll fuck with it for literally like weeks and weeks and weeks. Like that Legacy of Mythic Plus thumbnail, I literally fucked with that thumbnail every single day for 4 weeks, and it still turned into a thumbnail that I wasn't that happy with. I don't know if I think it was maybe something was wrong with like the concept that I chose for the thumbnail, but I never sat there and looked at it and I go, I'm happy with this thumbnail. So I kept fucking messing with it. It is the same thing with editing. If I was like editing any of these like long form videos, I would just like kind of get in my own head with them a little bit and not be able to be like, yes, all right, I'm just done here. This is fine.
Get inside the circle. I'll heal you.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much is it worth over LVUI if I already have set up LVUI? I don't know. I like Ellesmere UI. I think it's great. I think he puts in very thoughtful updates really quickly. Like, if I already had a fully set up LVUI profile, I'm not 100% sure I'd swap. But it's also the year of the smear. So, like, 2026, year of the smear. Whenever add-ons were disarmed, there was one shining beacon of light in our darkness. That beacon of light is Ellesmere Gaming. We needed him. Whenever we needed him most, he showed up to save us. The year of the smear.
That's on a target.
Yeah, I don't know. I fucking think Ellesmere UI is goated. You call him the smear to his face? Well, it's an apostrophe. Apostrophe smear. Does it replace ArcUI? It replaces, like, fucking every add-on. It replaces everything that's not boss alerts, pretty much. Even Opie? Does it actually... Did it replace Opie, too? What the fuck? Ellesmere replaced my wife. Yeah, Ellesmere UI is fucking goated. Like, that shit is insanely good. Like, if I had a fully set up LVUI profile that I was happy with, I don't know if I'd, like... It really just depends. It really doesn't take that long to set up, either. It's insane, but I don't have a 3-hour menuing session. No, that's valid. I swapped to it. I was pissed because ArcUI was throwing insane Lua errors for me at the beginning of the expansion. And so I swapped off of, like, ArcUI. Like, whenever Ellesmere launched the project during, like, I don't know, the second week of the expansion, I immediately... Because I've been playing with all of these different add-on suites for, like, basically all of the beta. And they all sucked, frankly. Like, Nef UI and shit. It was all bad. And I immediately swapped to Ellesmere UI. And I was like, hopefully... Because it was crazy because immediately I was like, I hope he makes party frames just as good as the rest of this UI suite was. And it took him a while to make, like, frames. And the moment that his frames came out, that shit was a game changer. I turned off Dander's frames, like, this exact same day and was like, this shit is fantastic. I've been convinced that the add-on purge was pointless. Well, yes, add-ons have won the war on add-ons. Congratulations to add-ons. They're up 49-0. It was pointless. Yes, I agree. Nobody's happy with what they got. There's literally... Blizzard literally said that there wasn't supposed to be a competitive advantage from add-ons, but that was wrong. That's no longer true. And it's just like, maybe some subset of players that wanted to play the game without add-ons. And like, okay, what's the good thing that came out of this add-on purge? The base, like if you're playing with full default UI, it's maybe a little bit better, but that could have gone with. They could have just made the fucking CDM better and a lot of the base functionality better without purging add-ons, right? Add-ons can't solve mechanics anymore, except that's literally just not true. Is the problem? Like if that was actually not true, that would be good. No, he was being sarcastic. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if that was not true, if that was actually true, it'd be fantastic. Mikora's died for it. Yeah, I don't. Well, they were just not happy with the entire landscape of like what add-on development was going to look like, so they were out. Like I said this since the beginning. Like I don't understand. Like I think Weakores could have absolutely stayed. With Ellesmere, do you just need DBM, whatever auction house add-on? You can get rid of everything else.
Studying the arcane.
I have Bug Grabber, Bug Sack. I have a Mythic Plus timer because I like the reload Mythic Plus timer. I use NSRT, but NSRT was doing some weird shit yesterday, so I turned it off. RC Loot Count, so I need to turn this back on. Chonky Character Sheet. Big Wigs. Ellesmere UI. And then EX Boss. And then EX Boss whenever that shows back up, and then MDT. I have so many add-ons that I was using, and then all of it's just slowly been replaced by Ellesmere UI. Like, literally, so much of the shit has just been slowly replaced by Ellesmere UI. Both in the FPS is the same. No, I mean, I think Elva's fine. Is 8 good enough for me to use my map? 8 has historically been good enough for me to use my map.
Here. Good.
Farewell.
But I don't want to fuck it up and, like, lose the hero track piece of gear. Some things aren't possible anymore? True. Sure. 8 is good. Alright, we're good. 8's the max. That's what... I mean, historically, 8 was the max. I'm just making sure that it's not like I need to go to 11 or something random. You don't need that for maps? No, you don't need bountifuls for maps. Bountifuls are for keys. Hey, Dougie.
Stay here and recover.
I do agree that there's like definitely a difference. I mean, the problem right now is like a lot of the add-on functionality that you use, now you have to do some stupid cringe bypass mechanic, right? Where they're putting assets on your screen that you're clicking to be able to do like a solver, right? It's like the manual maze solver for Mystic Tyrannus Scythe versus the automatic one. But now everybody has to use the manual maze solver for Mist.
Get inside the circle. I'll heal you.
Can we take bonus rolls in next week's vault? So if you're talking about the vault that comes out on reset, the answer is no. If you're talking about the vault that happens like next reset, like the vault that you get on, what day is that? The vault that you get on the 25th, yes, you can take a bonus roll out of that. But if you're talking about the vault that you get on the 18th, no.
Draw on a healing circle.
Yo, good morning, Sab. Good morning. Are we winning? Yeah, I'm just kind of doing some of the content. I did M0s last night with my guild. That was chill. Hello, Dratnus' friend. Hello. Did he do the campaign from Mythic Plus only Andy? Probably not. But we don't really know. So we don't really know what's available at the end of the campaign. We don't really know what's available at the end of the campaign, right? So historically, What's been available at the end of the campaign? Well, there was Hero Track. There was like a Hero Track Spark that was available at the end of the campaign, but that doesn't really exist anymore, right? But we don't really know what's there. What am I gonna get? What did I just get? I have no idea if this trinket's good. Anyway. Where's my map? Gotta make sure I use that first. You need to unlock the island? Yeah, you should at least go and unlock the island. But I suspect... Whenever you said, do I need to finish the campaign, I suspected he already unlocked the island. But maybe that was an assumption. You have curios in your bag? I don't know. Oh yeah, I have some, apparently.
I cannot use that item yet.
I don't log in retail 3 months. That makes 2 of us then. If you guys like end up following WoW Twitter, the guy that I'm having edit the raid series this season is a guy named Gravy the Human. He always puts out like some pretty funny like Twitter meme content every single season that I end up enjoying, and so I DM'd him asking if he wanted to try his hand at like editing my raid series, even though he doesn't have like insane experience editing long form content. But yeah, no, I DM'd that guy and asked him to edit my raid series, because the thing that I want with the raid series is I want it to be entertaining first and foremost, and I feel like that guy's got a good eye for
Tells being happy. What a dickhead.
funny shit.
Fuck you, Tells.
Yo, Turquoise, thank you for the resub. But yeah, I'm excited to see how he does. I know it's a bit of like a leap for him because he hasn't really done stuff like this before, so it might have to give him a bit more direction than somebody else. But I'm excited to see how he does. Yeah, he puts out like good, funny montages, and I think that having that eye for things, especially for like intros and outros and just like funny moments, and knowing like having just like a good content brain for that kind of stuff, I think is super valuable. Gravy the Human. Should my priority be delves or running M0s? Running M0s, probably. We can only get 1 spark. We can get 2. So the Sparks of War Void Storm thing is available to give you a spark as well. Even though it doesn't show that you should. Is the X-Boss dead? I don't know if it's say dead. I mean, it's not updated yet. I was wondering if there's any approximate date. To be honest, probably won't be that soon. Blizzard's been specifically targeting and restricting what we can do at the moment. We can restore the functionality to roughly what it was last season, but it requires a significantly larger amount of work, or even putting in overtime, but still need a bit more time. So, sounds like it'll be back, but not yet. My guild had a raider that never unlocked the Undermine Zone in level 1. We killed Gallywix. Still need some
I fucking hate Tells.
I mean, the guy's kind of fucking annoying, but like, I don't think it's like necessary. Yo, LK1000, thank you for the resub. I think more than anything, that's maybe a bit of a red flag in terms of his dedication. Like, I think I'd maybe be a little bit more concerned about the fact that he's likely to fucking quit the game soon. Get updates on the 18th? Okay. Once he starts getting updates, I will update my EX Boss profile for free. That way you guys can just get it whenever you want it. Like, it's not going to be some paywalled EX Boss profile or anything like that. You guys can just get it whenever. Probably will make a video about it. 10 out of 20 just a few days ago. It's a daily goal. My streamer, yeah.
Stay here and recover.
Sparks of Warquest got hot fixed? No fucking way. What? Are you kidding me? If I get fucked over that, I'll be so mad.
Still booming. Oh,
Just turned it in and got a spark? Okay, good. It's tier 8 for the map. That's what I was told by chat. And that's what I remember from previous seasons. I guess I'll find out if it's tier 8 for the map or not right now. I can't imagine somebody would lie. I got a dog shit trinket. What is this, man?
these are my own.
Are we fucking kidding? What is this? Oh, it's Whis! It's literally Whis! What does this thing even do? Your harmful spells and ranged abilities have a chance to call forth a Loa aspect of... What does this even mean? Oh my god, the more text it has, the worse it is. This thing is fucking Whis, man. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Who at Blizzard is designing trinkets like this? No.
Silvermoon students have unique ways of studying the arcane.
I could have gotten a weapon, but instead I got the Sylvian Rapuku. What do you mean, Rapuku? Alright, whatever. I'm over it.
Baladash, Malinor. Remember those.
I'm over it. That trinket sims very high. No way. This thing has got to be awful, right? You don't like low RP? Look, if this thing is actually good, I'm down to RP, but like, it can't be good, right? It sims like crazy, bro. Alright, I'll have to sim it. I'll have to sim it after. What's the deal with my... What's the deal with this other trinket? Over here.
The universe is full of mystery. I greet you.
Not
Do
that.
not fear the shadows.
Familiarity anchor? Meow, meow.
Ministers do not control.
What do I need to do? Sparks of War?
This area is compromised.
Collect 100
It is
Sparks of
vital
War
to
while
our
in
mission that you secure it.
War mode. Oh, I need to turn War mode. Yeah, something to say? Let him know. Let him know, Big Doug. Yeah, tell him. Tell him how it is. I'll give you the microphone. Say what's on your mind. Tell him to buff Feral Druid or something. Yes, sir. Tell him. Tell him how it be. So, tell him to drop a hearty feast, too, while they're at it. I know you're hungry. What was I doing? Oh yeah, turn on war mode.
For the Alliance.
Look, it's got main stat and it's 305. Just put the trinket in the bag, bro. Dude. There's no way this thing's gonna be good, right? He just said Sylvian Wupukuku. Yeah, it's biz. Praise the loon, Doug.
This area is compromised.
Where do you get the PvP
It
quest for
is
the Spark?
vital
Near the
to
training dummies.
secure it.
There's like a guy that's got a bunch of blue quests near the training dummies. Have the CDM swap different ability sets based on the current On same spec. Oh, like if you swap like hero talents or something. I'm not really sure. Current form. Oh, I don't know about all that. Shit's getting shot Friday. Yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine I'm taking off these trinkets, but maybe I will. I gotta sim some trinkets here in a sec. What do I need to do? Sparks of War.
Now those ethereals, they have something we can use. Get it now.
Oh, buddy, you're trying to fuck around and find out. Also, I'm floating. I got fucking... Oh my god. I got literally disconnected. Are you kidding me? I got the fly hack bullshit thing.
Proper.
I fucking hate Tettles being happy. What a dickhead. Fuck you,
I'm back. Where'd that bitch ass warrior go? I wasn't done with him. Don't grip me. Leave me alone. But you got no gear, little boy. Your gear sucks. Two sparks of war. I'm flying again. I'm in the air. Later.
I'm out of range.
I'm falling. Oh no. I'm out. Convoke. I don't have Convoke talented. Treasures give 5 and rares give 10. Okay, that's good comms. Good comms. That was not a treasure. I don't know what that was. Got something worthless. The world quest gives 25 as well. All right, that's good. I needed that. What I was hoping for. It's on the Bellerin mount, or the Lure mount. That guy's got good gear. I don't want to fuck with Demon Hunter. Although I could just root them mid hunt and then have them DC again. That's the Demon Hunter classic. That's why every time if you ever queue Arena and you queue into a Demon Hunter, you always run Master Root and you just spam it on a Demon Hunter on cooldown because there's a chance you just disconnect them from the game. My favorite. It's my favorite strategy. I call it DC Cleave. Yeah, DC Cleave. You just disconnect the Demon Hunter from the game and then you win. It's really, really, really funny. For everybody except for the Demon Hunter. Kill behemoths or hunt players. What is this? I'm a bird. About to have a bird-on-bird crime here. What does this thing do? What, a shriek? Bang! I didn't do anything. Doesn't do damage. Hog shit trinket glove, yeah. Fearing the guy. He's feared. Full fear. Knocking it back. Bang! Yo, come back. This isn't very useful. Get out of this. I was having more fun than it was worth, maybe. World quests. Mainly do arena. Blizzard fucked up so bad with all the DC bugs this season. There's a bug that disables preservation evoke. And I heard there's like a mind control bug too, wasn't there? Where if you got like MC'd, like you literally just like completely brick your fucking character. If you got like DC'd like while you were channeling an ability or something insane, you would just like make your character literally unusable. I don't understand how it's a thing, but where are the behemoths? Look, this guy doesn't look like a behemoth. Oh my gosh, there's an eclipse. Last time there was an eclipse, my president looked dead into the sun. Unprotected. He seems smart. We voted for him twice. Gas in the race again? Yeah. Yo, yo, yo. You wanna fuck around and find out, bro? Oh, you're locked on Ellie Blast. Can't cast anything now, bitch boy. Oh, it's a bad day. It's a bad day to beat Ellie Shaman, fuck ass. You're dead. Never mind. I'm out. I'm leaving. What happened?
I fucking hate Tettles being happy. What a dickhead. Fuck you, Tettles.
Claude, why do my eyes hurt? Yeah, Claude. Yo, McLube. Thank you for the 5 months. Welcome back. Gladiator. Yeah. It's always a bad day to be an Ellie Shaman. That's true. Should have re-rolled. When do you enter eclipses? I mean, I don't know. Kind of always. Kind of always want to enter an eclipse. That guy literally started PvPing me. I wasn't even trying to fight that guy. That guy literally walked up to me and started hitting me. Yes, he popped Ascendance on me. I'm just out here trying to do my stupid quest. A pacifist. And then he fucked around and he found out. I'm gonna eclipse. Wee's doing a lot of heavy lifting here. Oh, look, it's the collective. I know that Wee is doing a lot of heavy lifting with that sentence, but it's the collective. It's kind of like that time that I got asked while I was doing a study abroad in Ireland why I voted Donald Trump in as president. I was like, what do you mean me? He's like, why did you vote him in? That's not how that works. That's not how that works. Can confirm you still get the spark? Good. So I'm working on it. That's not enough. I'm gonna eclipse. Do you not hold eclipse for Fury? Okay, so here's the thing with Fury. Fury and Mythic Plus. Okay, so Elune Chosen is only really a thing in Mythic Plus, right? So Fury and Mythic Plus, you get this thing called Lunation, where every arcane damaging ability, so that's Astral or Arcane, so basically Moonfire, Starfire, Star Surge, Starfall, will cool down your Fury of Elune by 1.5 seconds per ability pressed. So if you sit there and you don't press Fury of Elune pretty much on CD, you're trolling. And so you basically just press it on CD no matter what. Yeah, I'll pretty much out.
That meat must have been sitting out for
Holding it is just bad.
And you ate it? Interesting.
You aren't using a contract for the new faction. You're doing world quests. Report this bum. Bro, I'm not an RPer. I don't use contracts for anything. The only renown I ever got was Delver's Journey renown. Because that shit was a power gain. Do you play EC and Raid 2? I don't think so. They nerfed EC and Raid a decent amount. Killed the ranged... What does it say? The Rage-Riddled Drifter. I thought that said a different word. Holy fuck. No, I don't think so. Like, they nerfed Elun's... So Elun's Chosen single target was simming by far the highest for a little bit. And then they nerfed this node, Star Cascade. They cut it in half. And because it was like a 7% damage gain on single target. But by cutting it in half, obviously they made it significantly less good. Oh. We know you're actually an RPer. I mean, I am an RPer, but like, I'm an RPer in the sense that like, I like to fuck around and do voice lines for characters. Do you think it's worth doing M0s? Do I think it's worth doing them? I mean, what else are you gonna do? M0s are good for crests. Log off and play Diablo 4? I mean... Does Parks' character in the Goldshire End every night? Yeah. TRP3 is the goated the best add-on of all time. I mean, I think M0s are like worth. They're not like... The gear is like not that meaningful, but like, what else are you gonna do? Demanded a TRP3 ref. I mean, it was like an hour and a half for us last night. An hour 45 minutes, maybe. Where'd you get the delve map from? It was from like a quest that was right in front of Altar of Fangs. It was like a blue weekly that was right in front of Altar Fangs. Your healer video was really fun. Oh my gosh, thank you, dude. Yo, congratulations on getting booked to cast the race again.
The God's machinations continue.
I always love the segments where you and Alex are on together. Those are some of my fucking favorite. Dude, Alex is that guy's so fucking funny. The first time I met him, I was like fangirling him so hard, though. Should be one map per character. One of the funniest people I know. Yeah, that guy is genuinely so hilarious. Oh, that guy. I think that there's also something... I think just being British makes you naturally funnier. I think if you're British, you just naturally have poor taste in food, but for some reason your default state is just a little bit funnier than everybody else. It's like a trade-off. A Lost Ark gamer. Oh my god. A man after THD's hard. That is an insanely sweaty game. Lost Ark is crazy. He's already there. Dude, that guy is like basically... That guy's deep if he's played Lost Ark. Never spent a penny either. Dude, that game is like insane. Yeah. It also requires an unbelievable amount of time. You log in every single day. Like, if you think WoW is seasonal, Lost Ark, you were genuinely logging in every day. What's that class? Gunslinger? I think that's the name of the class. Probably plays Gunslinger. They got natural whimsy, dude. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something about the Brits. They're just naturally fucking hilarious, and they also have really good television trivia shows.
I need to get closer.
Something about like their pub quiz scene and like their television trivia. That shit's built diff. I like to watch Only Connect, and then I'm super stoked if I get like one answer per episode. I don't even understand how the fuck that's even possible that people know all these answers. I'll watch Only Connect and it'll be like, if I get 2 per show, I'm like, hold on, I'm cooking. Although they do ask way too much like British lore questions, like, who is the Queen of England during the 3rd reign of Calvin Coolidge? I'm like, what the fuck are you even talking about? From York. What the fuck is even going on?
Dent in their operations.
These are questions. How does anybody know any of this? Yeah, they start listing like English royalty, and I'm just like, I'm out. It's always Queen Victoria or Queen Elizabeth. But then they're like, okay, but it'll be in the fucking connection section, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know what they're getting on about. Only Connect is a goated show. That show is goated.
Here, the very
The Brits do some stuff right. That is definitely one of the things that they do right.
we could use
Television
studying
trivia quizzes.
anomalies.
They also love a good. They also love a good convention, which I think that also rules. That they love a good convention. Titles ganked me, GG. Were you that Ellie Shaman?
Good work.
If you were that Ellie Shaman, I just want you to know that you got absolutely fucking dominated and you should uninstall. If you weren't that Ellie Shaman, then carry on. Or you're the warrior. Oh, yeah, never mind. I was fucking on YouTube, but then I got disconnected.
This area is compromised. It is vital to our mission that you secure it.
Oh, you got disconnected too? Alright, never mind then. GG. Knocking down the harrowers, and then I'm out of here. Get my spark. My streamer's a toxic PvPer. Look, sometimes PvP makes me a bad person. There was one time at, I think it was the Ny'alotha Race World first. So in Battle for Azeroth, PvPing was like a really big deal because you could get a piece of myth track fucking gear from your PvP box if you were above 2100 the first week. And so every single heroic week, I would PvP to 2100. But PvPing to 2100 in 2s meant that you were fighting literal rank 1 players, and I'm like good at PvP, but I'm not that good at PvP, right? And so I'm just loading into Pet Kick and Crusader every fucking game for some reason. And it's just like, and then I'd get stuck playing against Trill on Rogue for whatever reason, and then I get full kidneyed in Vendetta and just die through bear form. And just, I remember at the Ny'alotha Race World first, I was stuck at like 2050. So I'm like 50 points away from the cutoff, and I just kept fucking losing, and I was just bouncing around between 2K and like 2075, and I hit a fucking desk slam in the middle of the Race to World First venue, and people were just like looking at me like, what the fuck is going on? PvPing makes me a bad person. I'm just gonna say it. PvPing definitely just makes me a bad person. What do I need to get this trinket? How do I get it? It's a fair reaction, dude. It's just, oh. Just, they're making me mad. Just die, full kidney. Like, are you kidding? just slam my desk. Defend the singularity anchor. Oh, that's over here. Storm area assault shit, isn't it? What is this? Oh, wait, hold on. What? Showed my friends the healer movie you made? Thank you. Good, good, good. I'm glad they're watching it. I need it. Need more... Need good CTR on that. Are there bombkin sims? Are we secret OP? I don't know. Let me look. Let's take a gander. I don't think we're secret OP. I think we're, like... good enough to be played. Repo is here? Yeah, that's right. That guy plays an augmentation evoker and a balance druid. That guy likes that guy's a ranged DPS enjoyer. Let's see. What we got? We have sims. Well, that's a Mythic Plus sim. Let's say 294. We actually simming single 234? That seems a little bit low. Maybe we suck. This is Loon's Chosen. I don't know. The fuck is this shit? I just clicked on something wrong. On the diff checker. Okay, I was like, what did I? EC Encarn is the best simming on single target. I'm gonna show the slightly revised state of the APL. 100k below Devour. Yeah. I don't know if I believe that Devour subs, but yeah, sure. Slightly overcooked and likely to comp or an APL. What does it do? Did the Pally get the 1%? I'm invested. He did. Okay. Oh my gosh. I gotta show you guys something. All right, we're not allowed to make fun of this guy. Okay, that's the first rule here. We're not allowed to make fun of him. So, Terrathal and I did.
Let's do this again.
Terrathal and I did a sky reach with him, right? Let's see. Where's the sky reach? Terrathal, Twix, and myself did a sky reach with him, and we depleted it to the timer. Let me see. So we depleted it to the timer, right? We only have one death. We're gonna find it. Like this should.
1%.
It's unfortunate.
With like 6 dead, maybe.
This guy's watching Max while in the middle of the key, by the way. So that's what you're hearing Max for.
Right. 10%. Yeah, no immunity call.
So we depleted this key, and then just. And then this guy just rips. So he's not locked in. Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, that guy had the good angle.
So look at this. We depleted this key by 24 seconds. 24 seconds. Then he hits us with a sorry in party chat.
Sorry, Zafe.
Yeah, I think the boss is a little too high.
And then he hits us with a. He says in voice, "I'm so bad that I can't even be carried."
Oh, that guy had the good combo.
I was like, "Oh my fucking god, guys! I feel so bad." Oh, I feel so fucking bad. I think you beating the tank contributed a lot.
With like 6 dead.
What's my damage looking like?
Maybe.
Oh, I dunked on the fucking tank. Yeah. Like, yeah, that. Look, we depleted the key. We depleted the key to the timer. It just is what it is.
3, 2, 1.
And then this guy.
Dude, come on.
React to that.
I think it was when he was back in Silver Moon.
Linked it to me, so I have to click on it.
He ripped a. I'm so bad I can't even be carried, which that hurt my heart. I'm gonna be honest. I felt fucking awful.
Hi, Jesus.
And we don't have a key for this guy now. So depleting this sky reach was really bad because then we didn't have a key to help this guy out.
How did you even find that?
Boosted tanks, by the way. I mean,
okay, P2.
look, I'm not even gonna begin to describe why we depleted the key because it's actually not relevant. It's actually not relevant to the story at all. But it was a key that should have been timed. We'll say it like that, right?
Let's get some kills going here. How about that? Checking the stream. I don't think any other team has
Kills relevant?
Quite yet. Oh, there's another. Oh, a 6%.
No, I'm not saying it because it's not very nice. I'm trying to find the quote where this guy rips I'm so bad that I can't be carried, because we were all sitting there watching him, and we were fucking devastated. Like, we were like, oh no, he just said that. Kalamazoo was even sitting there in voice, and Kalamazoo DM'd me, oh no, he just said that he's so bad he can't even be carried.
P2s is the best we got here, I think.
Terathal and I were like, oh, good God almighty.
No, they're not zoning out, are they?
Like, we didn't even have a key for him anymore.
I don't think so. It looks like maybe a break. Like 20 people still in the raid. I think there's not a little break. Dude, logging off on a 0%. Sounds pretty brutal. Okay, here we go.
I'm so mad I can't be carried.
Oh, did you hear it? Hold on. Oh, let me go back.
I'm so mad I can't even be carried.
Like, is that not just heartbreaking? That is literally devastating, right? Oh my God, he said, I'm so bad I can't be carried. I was like, oh my fucking God. No, man, no. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And we don't have a key for him anymore. So we literally can't even help this guy out. But then, in this guy's final darkest hour, Fragility rolls up with the fucking 4-stack. Fragility, Growl puts together the fucking 4-stack. This guy needed 2 dungeons. He was like 39, 35. Growl rolls up with the fucking 4-stack, feeds him an Alg Academy and a Windrunners that they one-shot both of the dungeons, and this guy literally fucking got over the line. Actually, got over the line. Oh my God, I can't fucking believe it. Yep, 39-67. That guy got bailed out by Growl. Terathal, Twix, and myself were trying. And like, whenever we depleted the Sky region, it was like, oh my fucking God, it's cooked. It's literally fucking cooked. We didn't have a key anymore. And then Growl got him. Whenever nobody else had him, Growl had him. Jesus, it was insane. That was an insane, like, final couple of hours of the season. Tank and healer are the most important for carries? Yeah. I mean, tank is definitely. I mean, that guy wasn't even a carry. That guy wasn't even bad. No, helping that guy across the line doesn't really push people out. Like, think about it. It's one player that got over the line in a sea of 12,000 players. So one person going over the line doesn't really push anybody out. Maybe it pushes up the 1% cutoff by 0.1%, right? Maybe it pushed up the cutoff by, no, not even 0.01%. We'll even say, and so. The biggest thing is, like, Blizzard rounds down the cutoff. So say the cutoff was 3956.8. Blizzard rounds that all the way down to 3956. And so that guy going over the finish line does not just bump people out. It's not exactly how it works. What if you were the last guy to not qualify? Well, the problem... Okay, so if you're the last guy to not qualify, you're not above... Okay, so here, let me see. We'll just... I'll show you guys an example. They rounded up this time? Did they fucking really? How do you know that? And they cut off at 3960. That's interesting that they did that. They've never done that before, but sure. So they're getting fucked over more about the rounding, right? The people will actually get more fucked over by the rounding than they will this one singular guy. That guy's not doing anything, right? Okay. Say this is what the cutoff looks like. It's 3960, right? 0.3. So I actually do think that they rounded down, right? If this is the 3960. Raider IO. Okay, so here, pull this up like this. They went it up today randomly. Well, it's because I think Raider IO was probably off a little bit, and so then they readjusted it, right? Board. For all classes, all roles, on NA, and so then I go to, I don't fucking know, page. What number are we looking for? 11,000. So page 111, something like that. Okay, I don't know. 121. We'll go 121. Should 121. I think that's actually the right number. Oh, it was wrong. I was wrong. Previous. Okay. So, hypothetically, there are 0.34. I don't know what the number is. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people that are below what the actual number of the cutoff is, the 0.34. But this gets round down to 3960, right? But those people, even though they are not above the cutoff, they're still getting pushed into the cutoff because they're above the integer that's needed, right? It doesn't go to decimals. It rounds to the nearest whole number, right? It doesn't track decimals, I guess is a better way of describing it. So that guy going above the cutoff, while it might move the title 0.001% maybe even, it doesn't really affect these people. Because it was never going down to 3959. Right? If it went down to 3959, then all of these people would be rounded in. But it didn't. Yo. What do I need to do? I need to do Stormarian Assault at some point. When the fuck is that up? Next assault's in 15 minutes. Okay, whatever. There's no limit to the number of players that can be Emerald or Diamond in League. But there is a limited number of people that could be not Masters, but Challenger and Grandmaster. Yeah, there's a limited number of people. So the 1% is Grandmaster and the 0.1% is Challenger, right? Add the IO option. The IO option is available for people who are doing 3400. If you don't have percentage ranks, true. This song is a banger. Was there a guy that was 3959? Okay, but my point was that guy that got helped by Growl doesn't move the cutoff. That guy was gonna always be outside the cutoff no matter whether or not you helped that Ret Paladin or not. Growl would have had to have helped hundreds of people or something, right? Not even like tens. Actually hundreds. Mark of the Tides. Okay, I got 2 sparks. Cool. That guy was a rounding error. Yeah, really. I mean, he was a fraction of a fraction of a key level. One individual person doesn't do anything. Who cares if you boosted one dude for free? I mean, that guy, yeah, I mean, look. Sometimes you just help people out, right? But my point as well is that there was 15 people that also benefited from rounding. So like that guy actually didn't even push anybody out. Like, I genuinely didn't even... Because there was 15 people that, in theory, maybe, in some hypothetical fucking world, they would have been pushed out, but they weren't because they were rounded down. The YouTube commenters are coming for you. I didn't help him. I couldn't help him, apparently. I fucking suck. Terathal and I are fucking bad. Terathal, Twix, and myself are terrible at World of Warcraft, and we couldn't even help the guy, so... To the point where we had that guy sigh on stream and say that he's so bad he can't even be carried. Which I feel really, really, really bad about, actually. What the fuck, talking shit? No, we just suck. If I got one more bombard, and you hit one more fucking heal or something? Killed that guy's soul? Yeah. Whew. Yeah, for the fragility carry. God damn.
Are you planning a purchase? Return when you need more. Treat my wares with care.
Insane. I was trying to do another key U2 ditch. We didn't have another key to fucking do. Like we were. Yeah. Oh fuck, that was bad. Yeah, that was bad. We needed to time the fucking Skyreach. It rolled into a pit. It rolled into a pit 21 that he didn't need. We didn't have a fucking key. It was a part of the help outs that happen fairly often. I don't care. It's just keeping it real. I mean, it depends on what you... I think that you're starting to get into the conversation of does somebody deserve the 1% title is all, right? Which I don't care to really argue. Like, I obviously have my own thoughts about it, but like that to me is just, you know, that's just a guy that we did we helped him out. I said we. I didn't fucking do shit, apparently, but, like, I tried to help him out. I didn't do fuck all. NA ever get Brazil 24? Yes. Did him a solid. Yeah. WoW players are just super entitled for their gear and their cheese or whatever. You deserve it if you get it. That's kind of my thoughts, too. Like, I think that everything in the game, you get it. Like, if you deserve it, you get it. And I do feel bad for the people that, you know, tried really hard and they just couldn't get over that finish line. But hopefully they had fun, right? I think that's kind of the key takeaway is, like, while not achieving your goals for the season sucks a little bit, I think it's the most fun that I have in the game is, like, really pushing myself to try to achieve some stuff. And then, like, the journey, at least for me, is a huge part of why I found fun.
Unique ways of studying the arcane.
Like, I don't think that, I don't think it's as simple as, like, they deserved it or they didn't deserve it, right? Like, I think everybody gets the reward that they've earned. Like, there's no bias here, right? There's no bias in a 1% score-based system. You either get it or you don't. Would you say the same if you didn't make it? I didn't get the 0.1% reward. I didn't get it. I didn't put in the time. I didn't put in the effort. I wasn't good enough. I didn't deserve it. I didn't earn it. There's no bias. I didn't earn it. That's pretty much it. Did he earn it? I mean, you're talking about, now you're bringing up some hypothetical of sales, where sales, not that many people buy runs, just in general. I agree that those people don't really deserve it. I fucking think that sales are stupid and should be banned, but, like, that's not the game we play. So you can't, if you sit there and you get mad and rage bait yourself over the thought of people getting boosted with sales, like, there's nothing you can do about that. But they buy spots all the time. Not that many spots are actually purchased. Not that many spots are actually purchased. Everything is achievable on merit. So, like, sitting there getting mad about people that buy things, that's how it goes. I'm not excluded from fuck 'em. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, I didn't get the 0.1% achieve. I was, I don't know, 60 points off, 50 points off or something. Tad defensive? I just joined the... Oh, yeah, I don't know. Those fucking people are... I think Moonkin's been bad in Raid for a while, and people are, like, kind of emo about it. That class Discord used to be pretty good, and now people get a little bit emo. I think most people in there want it to be good, and if it's not, I don't know. I do agree that they're a little bit emo. Is it possible to time a 0.1% queue with only 4 players? Somebody has to be actually playing, but you can, I mean, you can... Frosty timed a 0.1% key with somebody using the one OBR, and they were like minutes under on the timer. Like multiple minutes under on like every timer. Oh, I don't see my score anymore. Oh, 41-61. Yeah, I was 41-61, so I was 50 points below cutoff or something. I didn't deserve it. That's just how I went. Five people that use the single button rotation? No. There was one person that did. Why fuck me? No, it's not you. There's the layman. The layman of the Discord are doomers. And I think that they just get a little bit testy sometimes. The frogs. Yeah, the frogs. Yeah. Yeah, they just sit there and they fucking... Sometimes they just doom for no reason. We release a Moonkin Mythic Plus DPS guide? Probably. I got a little bit of time this week. If I played the OPR, it would have been 2 minutes under the 22C, I think. I don't know. Whatever, we won. Victory was achieved. Moonkin bad. Oh, wait, I gotta go do this Formarian Assault. Almost time. I have to go back to the Void Storm. Where am I going? Do you know when the mount / titles are given out? Normally about like somewhere between 4 and 6 weeks. Even though she self-played, I mean, people might not want to hear this, but the 0.1% relative to the skill ceiling of players in the game is actually quite easy. Right. Like, even though everybody likes to think that they're good at World of Warcraft, myself included, if you take a look at the skill ceiling of the actual best players in the game, there's a reason that they're doing 2 key levels above you. There's a reason that if you're in the 1%, there's a reason that they're doing 5 key levels above you. It's because the skill ceiling is really high. Doing 5 key levels above you, by the way, is implying that people can do fucking almost like 40% more damage than you. Isn't that insane to think about? Like... Growl's recent video is really good. Yeah. Growl DM'd me like a question about the most recent video, for his most recent video. Yummy TV. Find it. Get a screenshot of it. Okay, let's see. Okay, here, I'll show you. What do you think the most important factor is for doing good damage in keys that usually doesn't get talked about in videos or guides? I'm putting together a video and asking a bunch of top players this question. If you had any thoughts on the topic, I'd love to hear them. Also be a one-word answer, expanding your thoughts if you care to share. My target is the kind of people looking to push 1% title for the first time, but it could be any key range if you have an opinion on. I don't plan on attaching individual names. Just more ideas. I want a collective of what people think. So this is what he originally DM'd me, right? And then my response was, so I think the most common things that people discuss are routes, cooldown usage, and keystone level. Like, I think that whenever people are talking about their ability to be able to do good damage, they blame it on things that are not, or they talk about things that are not always inside of their control, although cooldown usage is certainly something that is in players' control. I think a lot of people don't push themselves to try to do good damage. I think a lot of people look at the fact that they time the key and just believe that that is good enough damage. On one hand, that is true, but even among title level players, people will do about 20% more DPS than their peers. A lot of that specifically comes down to global decision making, positioning, and making sure you're doing the right decisions 100% of the time. I think it's easy to see yourself at the top of the meters on a pull in a 3-person group and think you're doing the right thing, but it's hard to recognize that you missed 10% of your DPS by missing 4 globals in a 45-second pull. Globals miss is probably the most common loss of damage in World of Warcraft, and one people write off drastically even because they're too unaware to be able to notice when they're missing globals. It's easy in Mythic Raid because you have Parses to compare yourself to, but in Mythic Plus Dungeon, you only have 2 other DPS and the dungeon timer to compare yourself to. So people don't really push themselves in a way that's like, you just kind of accept that you're good enough to be able to achieve whatever your goal is, but they don't. But people very rarely want to push past that. Meow wow. What are you bound about? Missing globals and Devour? I mean, missing globals is literally just an insane damage loss, and people almost never talk about it. It is genuinely a massive damage loss. Yo, what up? In the top 1% don't know how to press 1, 2, 3, 4 in the correct order. People in the top 0.1% don't know how to press 1, 2, 3, 4 in the correct order. The biggest damage loss is just missing fucking globals. And that's why you'll see the difference between take a group like Andy Brews, right? They're the top of the leaderboard for most of the season or whatever. If you take Stove on Devour Demon Hunter and you compare Stove to a different title level Devour Demon Hunter, right? Say somebody who's like kind of close to the cutoff, and you put them in the exact same keystone, the exact same run, Stove is probably just going to do 25% more damage than them. Is that person who got the 0.1% title bad? No, by almost all objective metrics, that guy's not bad. That guy got the 0.1% title. Why is Stove doing 25% more damage than him? Why is he going to do, 50, 60, 70,000 more DPS than somebody? It's just because he's better. He's better at hitting his buttons in a way that is, not discussed. Because people, see in the 0.1%? Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, we can pull up logs from Warcraft logs. Dungeons. For Night Season 1. Rankings. So, we'll do damage. And we'll do... what class do you want to do? Devour? I mean, Devour has an insanely high skill ceiling, so we'll do Devour, right? So this is making an assumption that everybody's doing the same route, which isn't exactly true. But even among 24s, the top parsing Devour Demon Hunter is doing 274k. There's a bunch of people that are about 270k. But then, the lowest DPS that timed... Okay, I think these are sales. But the lowest DPS that timed it, these people are doing 230k. So, a 40,000 DPS difference, right? So that's... Even among 24s, there's a 10% damage difference among players. Which... Actually, no, that's a 20% damage difference. Isn't that 40k? There's a 20% damage difference even among people who time 24s. I mean, okay, so it's huge in AoE dungeons. I mean, what dungeon do you want to look at, right? I mean, we could look at Skyreach. I mean, this is like a pretty low mob density dungeon, right? In theory, overalls should be a little bit lower. The top players are doing about 230k, and again, this is people at time 24. So you had to be good enough to time a 24. Still scrolling. 197, 190, 178, and the top players are doing 230. So you're getting about 20% damage 20% damage difference again, even among people with time 24s. And so, like, I think that's more the point. And I think a good example of this is, like, whenever you watch the TGP, you look at the 22nd seeded team. That team is one of the, you know, they're timing really high keys on live. Why are they one-chesting a 21 whenever you watch Liquid 2-chest a 21 and then go on to time the 23 first attempt? That 178k had to be carry? Okay, well, I mean, not even the 178k. Look, there's a big clump of people at 100, between 100 and 195, right? They're still doing nearly 40,000 DPS less. And so they're doing nearly 20% less damage. And that's something that people don't really talk about because they see that person timed to 24 and they go, oh, okay, they're all the same. They timed the same keystone level. But that is just not true. And then people see that they timed a keystone and then they go, okay, you know what? That's good enough. My play was good enough to time this dungeon. Success. But that doesn't talk about getting better, right? There's always, you can always get better. You can always get better. You can always get better. I mean, the Spark thing, should we have this reset? 2, I believe. And it's like, again, it's like I said, whenever I DM that to Growl, say you miss 4 globals in a 40-second pull. That's not a small amount of damage. How could you miss 4 globals in a 40-second pull? Oh, well, you got boxed off a pack that somebody else wouldn't have. Oh, you started DPSing too late. You missed 2 globals on the front end because you started DPSing too late. Like, it's easy to miss 4 globals in a pull, but people just normalize it, right? No, I think that this season's about the same. Oh, you started dotting late as Balance Druid, right?
Too far away.
Oh, you didn't ramp your Void meta up in time. I found that especially hard with healer. If nobody dies, it's easy to say that's good enough, even when the healing that we did was wildly inefficient. Yeah, people, like I said to Grok, people just don't push themselves to be better. And that's fine. Most of the time, people just look at the rewards that they get, and they determine that that's the goal that they want for themselves. What's the point of doing the Stormarian Assault? I want to get the Trinket. Defend the Singularity Anchor, Crucible of Erratic Engines. That's what this is, right? Unless I misunderstood what the fuck this even is. But yeah, I mean, in Raid, people actually push themselves way harder in Raid than in Mythic Plus, because especially with Mythic Plus, whenever you're in a 3-person group, you're only comparing yourselves to those other 2 people, whereas in Raid, you're looking at a fucking parse. And so then you're embarrassed because your peers are looking at you and they go, that guy's parsing low, that guy sucks, right? And so there's like kind of a contract, like a social contract where you're like, you need to be this good to maintain presence inside of our guild. And so people push themselves in a completely different way. And embarrassed. While Mythic Plus varies heavily per key. Yes, but people talk about those things that do vary heavily, right? Like I said, the route, the cooldown usage, what was the other thing? The route, the cooldown usage, and the keystone level. Those things are actually talked about the most, by far. And they do matter. But, like, so many people just fucking miss globals. Even among top players, there's like missing globals, even if they're playing the same route. There's not necessarily there's so many global variables that aren't necessarily within your control, but people don't try. People see whether or not they see that they time the key and they go, I played well enough, right? Like, that's good enough. Like, I don't need to be better. I'm pretty sure Race World First players play WoW way less than... What does that fuck say? Like, I only ever see Exile playing PoE. To get into a Race World First player, like, to get into the Race World First, you had to play World of Warcraft for, like, 10 years. Like, playing World of Warcraft every day for, like, 5 years straight is probably a prerequisite of even joining a Race World First guild. While they might be, you know, in farm mode sometimes, being like, oh yeah, they play less than the average person, that's unbelievable. Like that's not, certainly not true. Exile probably plays more World of Warcraft per week than many people play per month. Just in terms of how many fucking splits that guy does. Yeah, unless you're JPC. Yeah, unless you're fucking JPC, which that guy somehow figured it out in like 3 years, but... Like, Hopeful started in Nathria, and his first tier rating in the Race World First Guild was... what? A Mirdrasil, maybe? No, not even. I think it was Vault. Or not Vault, fucking, Nerevar. Yeah. So that guy took... So the end of 2020 is when... is when Nathria came out, and he started raiding in a Race World First Guild in late 2024. I mean, that's like, and he's considered to have done the grind pretty quick by most metrics, right? The getting to be good enough to join a Race World First Guild, like he did it fairly quick by most metrics. And that was still like 3.5 years. So, yeah. You think Shindig will ever? I have no fucking idea. I've never raided with Shindig. I'm not really sure. You were spot on when you said that people think timing the key once is good enough. It's why I hate the Brazil discussion. If you took 100 tries, then you should permanently move to the next level of Brazil. Yeah, I mean, people in general are uncomfortable with the concept that what they are doing is not good. Yo, balance_CS. Thank you for the sub. Welcome. I think that people are really uncomfortable with the concept of like what they might be doing is not good enough. And so they don't really push themselves. They just kind of think that like what they're doing is good enough, and like, you know, the people surrounding them are kind of holding them back. Because that's an easier concept to digest than being like, oh, I'm not good enough.
What happened? I fucking hate Tails
Deep
being
Stroke.
happy.
How do you have that name on Twitch? What the fuck? Yo, thank you for the sub. You saying I'm not playing perfect? I think I don't play perfect. And I think that also it's kind of hard to know like what that next level is, right? For me, anytime I key with people that are better than me, say I get into a group of like Dorky and, you know, Liquid Raiders, for example, it's like, you know, every time I play with them, it's like, oh fuck, these people are just so much better than me. It's like, okay, you know, it's kind of eye-opening in a way. Like, I know that there's more. And so for a lot of people, they don't really have those experiences where they're like, oh, wow, this is, there is more. There's a big gap. That's next. Heroic and Normal are next week. I see. What's up, boss? So like, if you're not introduced to that, say you're playing with people who are roughly your skill level, you know, say they're within one standard deviation of your skill, you don't really know or notice even that they're that much better than you. But if you then play with people that are outside of that one standard deviation of your skill, you're like, oh fuck, there is way more to this than I realized. And a good example of this is like, well, I did a PTR key the other day with Yips and a Shine. It was like Yips, a Shine, Terathal, and I don't remember who was healing. Somebody. Evade maybe was healing? And then like I ended the key, and I did 20% less damage than a Shine on his Elu Shaman, and 20% less damage than Terathal on his Mage. And somebody comes in my chat and they go, is Moonkin bad, or what happened in that dungeon? And I go, I'm going to be honest with you. I would have to spend a lot of time looking at like what happened in that key, but I think the answer is I'm just not as good as them. And I think that I don't think I played that
Fucking
well,
hate
like in that
Tails
key,
being happy.
to the point where I
Dickhead.
just did 20% less
Fucking
damage. I think Moonkin is good. You know, Moonkin may be slightly worse than Elemental Shaman and Mage. I'm not really sure. It might be. But it's not 20% less damage bad. Like, it's definitely not that bad. And so, like, why did I do that little compared to them? Well, they're just better. And that's just the truth. Our Goose. Thank you for the reset. Welcome back. Doug, we're getting close to we're 5 subs away from you getting a treat. It's a big day. 20% worse than a shot. I am. That's the truth. I'm just not that good. Like, I'm good. My guild is like world 98th. I do a pretty good job in my guild. I can get the 0.1% title every season. Like, I'm by you know, metrics, like by you know, achievement-based metrics, I'm like pretty good. I peaked at world rank 25th in raid. I could probably raid at that level again if I wanted to commit the time to it, and I would be pretty decent in those guilds. But then you compare me to the actual best players of the game, and I'm not that good. I'm actually not that good. But most people don't realize it, and then they don't push themselves to become better. And I think that's part of the problem, is that they don't really push themselves. They just accept where they're at, and they're like, that's good enough, and that's okay. But like, the problem is that then they lie to themselves. They're like, I'm good. But it's like, nah, I'm good enough to achieve the rewards that I want to achieve, which is different. Like, there's a difference between like being good enough to get the 0.1% title and being good enough to be the best in the world. And I think that people don't even recognize that. What's the 0 tier? This tier, it's gonna be voted on by people on my Patreon, and it's gonna be a melee DPS. But that's why the 0.1%, for example, there can be one person in a 0.1% key that gets boosted. Like, and they use the OBR, and they do objectively bad damage, and then they still are multiple minutes under on the timer. Simply don't understand. Yeah, I mean, I think you have to have a different mindset too. Like, the mindset, there's like a big mindset shift that you have to have, where instead of like being comfortable, you have to really push yourself and be uncomfortable and just try to be a lot better than you were. Zorthus made a pretty good video today about what to do this week. I'm closer to Michael Jordan than you are to me. Yeah, the Brian Scalabrine quote. I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me. It's like if all of the G League NBA were World of Warcraft players, if all of the G League NBA players were World of Warcraft players, they'd be getting the 0.1%, right? That is the 0.1% of basketball players are people in the G League. And then you look at in the NBA, and you got your MVPs, right? You got your Luka Doncic, you got your LeBron, and you have people that are fucking insane. Giannis, Nikola Jokic, right? And so then it's like, okay, all the G League players are the 0.1%ers, but then there's like still, 3 different standard deviations of player ahead of them, which is hard for people to really quantify. It's easy to look like fucking LeBron in your local YMCA men's league. But then if you want to be like good, like what is good?
How fare you?
Honored to meet you.
Okay. Ancient symmetries. Petals equals brawny. Yep, that's me. I have my simulation craft add-on turned off. I gotta turn that back on. Simulation craft. But it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like, you just have to push yourself. Like, it's really fucking hard. Like, the time that it takes for you to go from brand new to the game to 0.1% is probably equal to the time that it takes for you to go from 0.1% to 0.05%, right? It's probably about the same time spent going from actual nothing to 0.1% to and that just doesn't resonate with people. And most people don't care to improve, even though they tell you that they do. Most people just don't care, which is fine. But people just aren't real about it with themselves. That's it. stuttering. People just aren't really real about it with themselves. It's team oriented. Yes, I mean World of Warcraft is team oriented. The best thing that you can do in like a Mythic Plus group or a raid team is replace your worst player with somebody who's better than them. Ultimately, you're only as strong as your weakest link in a group, but time investment is like time investment and consistency and making sure that you are always bringing up the average of the group is very important. But like being the weakest link is only valuable in terms if you're only results oriented. If you're only being results oriented, bringing up the weakest link is important. But whenever you're like individually minded about trying to be the best player that you can possibly be, it's completely different. It's a completely different conversation. Cams. Oh my god, that guy's the goat. I thought removes resilient keys, but if you time that key previously, Xal'ata's Guile is... Oh my god, that'd be fucking insane. 10%? I don't know about that. That seems like a big swing. Okay. Let's sim this fuck-ass trinket. I mean, I don't know what I want to sim it with. Be just some random fucking raid build. Yeah, whatever. This is probably fun. Probably doesn't matter too much. Character gate? Oh. I don't know. I think it's all really stupid. I can't really say I understand what people are upset about. Like, I feel like it's kind of, I don't know. People arguing over small shit, I guess. I don't really know what's going on. Going on character gate. Echo players are mad about, I think, Liquid misrepresenting how many characters they're doing or something fucking random. I think that's kind of the core of the issue. And then Method's over there like, hey, what about us? Hey, notice me. And so then they're throwing their hat in the ring too, but... Is it wrong to give your opponents false info now? No, I think it was like, I don't remember. I have to go look at the Zero tweet. It's something like kind of random. Zero. We're doing 16 characters as well. There's some exceptions because they wanted to. Liquid just asked way too late, and we already created all these characters. This is stupid. Obviously, there's an optimal amount of characters, especially without a heroic week. More is not necessarily better. I think that there was a thumbnail. I think that there was A/B testing done on a thumbnail. Let me see if I can find it. That was implying that Echo was doing like 20 characters or something. I don't even think anyone's mad. I don't even... Yeah, I think it's the most like meaningless drama of all time. I think that there was a thumbnail that was created. Let's see if I can find it. That implied that Echo was doing 20 characters on Max's clip channel. Here it is. I found it. But like, again, I think that this is the biggest nothing I've ever seen. Oh wow, so much drama. I know. It's literally. I think people are just testy, and it's. Oh, you can see both in the comments? Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, here's the other one. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This seems like the biggest nothing burger I've even seen. I couldn't even figure out like what people are upset about. Honolulu fueling, and then Method's out there like, yo, what about us? Hey, look at me. I'm part of the race to world first too. That stupid ass god awful AI poster. It's interesting. Whenever I first saw that poster, I couldn't even tell that it was AI. I know people kept pointing at the fucking Zul'Jan fingers. I actually think that it's reasonable that that picture could have been made by somebody with, like, you'd have to draw it and have do like graphic design digital effects. But like, I didn't think it was like that unreasonable to be made by a human. The water looked really sus. I think that was. I don't think that any of it was like a dead giveaway. I thought it looked like it could have, in theory, been made by a human. What's being referenced is like Echo put out a poster that people were very mad calling out the Zul'Jan fingers as AI, but like I don't think that was a clear indoctrination of it being AI. Like I think in theory this could have been made by an artist. I didn't know trolls had 3 fingers either. So I think it's like one of those things that like if you hired somebody who wasn't endemic to World of Warcraft and told them to make something, right? In theory, I could see a world where they didn't know that he only had 3 fingers. The dots, if you zoom in, I mean, that just could be like the resolution. Quad, the artist. Yeah, I don't know. I look at a lot of you guys helping me out. Yeah, I couldn't even help you. Why delete it? Okay, well, them deleting it is basically them saying that it's AI. Right? That to me is like more them saying it's AI. I think if they had the problem is like consumers are really bad at noticing when things are versus aren't AI. Like just really fucking bad. Like I can't remember what the YouTube channel was, but I saw a YouTube channel get called out for using AI thumbnails, and the YouTubers just tagged the fucking thumbnail designer that was making their thumbnails, and he posted like a 30-minute time lapse of like a 12-hour-long thumbnail that he made. And it looked like it could have reasonably been made by AI. Somebody called me out for using AI in Max's thumbnails. Yeah. So people being like, yeah, this is AI. Look at the fingers. I don't buy that. Them deleting the post. All right, you know what? That's pretty much it for me. But whenever I first saw this, I was like, could this have reasonably been made by an artist? Yes. And I think that that's the deal with AI art, is that this reasonably could have been made by an artist plus somebody who is very skilled in graphic design, digital graphic design. Like it could have been it could have been reasonably made by somebody that's like that. It would have taken a lot of time. This trinket. Okay, so this trinket's good in Veil Wars. Okay. Really thankful that my hero track trinket's bad. Yeah, cool. why does one have more hands than the other? I have no idea, right? Like, look. I was just saying that whenever I first saw this, everybody was like, oh, AI, AI, AI. And I was like, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it's like 50-50 here. I feel like it could be. I love AI. AI bat chest. And then them deleting the post is like, okay, basically admitting, okay.
I will do my duty.
Crucible of erratic engines. Augers.
The skies call to me.
This world is vast and wondrous.
Oh yeah, I wanted me to use this ring. Champion track.
May you find what you seek.
Alright, cool. Here's about as good as it's gonna get this week. It smells fishy. I mean, I think they again. I think they could have reasonably hired an artist for that. That's why I'm just like a bit slow to be like, oh yeah, this is fucking AI. You already done your M0s? Yes. You can hire an artist and then just give you an AI piece? Oh, 100%. Right? Like, I think that that's happened to a lot of people now where you hire an artist to do something and instead of taking the time to make it by hand, they give you an AI, piece. Like, we don't really know what happened here. You have to say if it's AI or not? Gosh. My biggest gripe with AI is that it's not clear that it's AI. I mean, what would you declare if it's AI, right? Imagine all of this was drawn, right? Imagine, you know, 70% of this was drawn, and then they just used AI for these Zuljans. Like, then, is that an AI image? Like, it uses AI, but is that an AI image? Flawless Quick Garnet. What percentage of it needs to be AI for it to be an AI image? What if it was only the background, right? What if it was only this background piece that was AI, then the rest of this was drawn? Any percentage? Okay, what's AI, right? Because if you open up Photoshop, we're getting really deep. If you open up Photoshop has a tool called generative fill, right? I mean, they've had a generative fill tool for fucking ever. Like, I mean, it's like AI sampling based on like what's around the picture. Like, let me see. Okay. So I don't have the OG picture squishy, but I'll just show you guys. So hypothetically, you click this and then you click generative fill. This is an AI tool, right? Hold on. And then it's going to create, like, what they expect. Okay, first off, that looks like shit, but, like, it didn't really matter. Oh, my God. But, like, you know, at what point is it an AI thumbnail, right? He became buff. Yeah. Those tools existed before LLMs? Yeah, those tools did exist before LLMs. I know. Generative fill existed, I don't even fucking remember. 2018? Algorithm versus LLM, I think. Yeah, sure. Okay. That's valid. Like, because I think that the generative fill is machine learning based, right? So it's different. What was I doing? Oh yeah, buying shit. a Clanker sympathizer. I don't know. Look, I don't use AI for my thumbnails because I think it looks bad. And if your audience clocks it as AI, they're gonna be fucking pissed.
Savalin Television has big cock and balls. Why don't you take a picture of those big meaty clackers and fill it with AI?
How is this Juno Shaw guy real? I am simply wondering, how is this Juno Shaw guy real? I do wonder how many people are hesitant to use it solely because of fear of backlash. Yeah, I mean, there's actually a decent amount of AI up-res tools that are pretty good. Like, it's like, AI is such a weird topic, right? Especially with art. How do you get to Crucible? You can just go into the Void Storm. AI is just the current slippery slope discussion. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're Echo there, you should just hire an artist to fucking make your display, right? Especially, I think if you're selling a product to customers, I don't know. It's this whole thing, and like also, yeah, the fear of backlash. Like, that would have put the fear of God in me personally. Like, if they clock that shit as AI and then they're just like on your shit, I'm out, right? Dude, yeah, imagine, but that's what I was saying. Like, I don't even, they didn't say anything, but imagine they hired an artist and then the artist created some of it, but then used AI for some of it. Petals would use AI if we let him? Nah, probably not. But that's because I don't think it looks very good still. Like, I think it's still like a worse product. I think it's a worse product, and I think it's, you know, pretty lazy. I also, you know, morally, I don't really like the processes of which they're scanning fucking images, and like, there's a whole copyright discussion. Like, personally, I have like obvious thoughts on it, but like what I wasn't even describing was like my personal thoughts. I was just saying, like, I mean, it's just the way it's the way that technology is going. You have to be, you're not going to be like, if you're just gonna put your head in the sand, you're gonna be left in the dust a little bit. Oh, Jin AI is the new NFT. Hopefully, it will be gone soon. Oh, I mean, it's definitely not gone. I think it's extremely overused. But I think that expecting it to go somewhere is extremely short-sighted. We've been encouraged to use AI because our velocity at our workplace, I hate it. It's the same amount of effort. It's just different kind because it's arguing with Copilot. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's my mom's company. They got, what even is it? Like a chat bot, like an AI chat bot to help customers get the type of coverage that they need. And so they were told that this was supposed to be something that's going to help people and, you know, make them take less time. But instead, now they've had to hire 3 new employees to monitor the chat bot, like in a fucking weird way, where it's like, it's just not there yet, right? It's being integrated into too many places before it's actually ready, which is stupid. It's really stupid. And it's so many places like that. It's just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I think genuinely AI is going to be, it's not going anywhere. I think that people will figure out the good uses of it and the bad uses of it. I mean, I think it's already changing, like, programming fairly significantly, right? In ways that are mostly positive. But yeah. Who gives the PvP spark quest? It's a guy named, or it's a guy near the the training dummies. He's like out in the courtyard area. Odd code. Elismir UI. Yeah. You have to bug fix AI code already? Well, yeah. Like, it doesn't. That's the point. Like, the point is that it increases your productivity, not that it replaces people. That's the point. But that's the same thing with the art, right? Like, using AI to replace people is fucking stupid. That's not what it's for. But people try to shoehorn it into everything they possibly can, which has obvious problems. Where am I going? How do I get into this hole? Unrelated to the ethics? Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, there's, again, insane questions about, like, especially related towards art. Like, the ethics and the legality behind scanning fucking books and, like, destroying books and scanning them and creating art that's based on foundational pieces from other people's artwork. Insane questions about that, right? Destroying books? Oh god, what was it? I saw this the other day.
This is some pango dong.
Companies are like destroying books and like scanning them into their LLM databases. But then there's stuff like programming and math, right? Which is like really good for. Metagame tech? That's good, that's good. Yeah. I was cooking with that one. Big fan of these stream titles, thank you. Legally, they have to destroy the book. It's so stupid. It's literally all so stupid. It's so bad. Like there's, yeah. They can rewrite history? What is this, the fucking... Isn't this the plot of, like, Fahrenheit 451? We're gonna ban books. Tim Champ crests? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. You're supposed to be able to get uncapped hero crests. It's creating a generation of people who don't have to think critically. I mean, I think that yes. I think that the technology is certainly moving far faster than the systems that we have set up. And children that are in school is not set up well at all to be able to deal with like what's going on with the technological advances. That shit is like really bad right now. 100%. But I think that like if you just sit there and you go, yeah, AI bad, without like, you know, AI's not exclusively bad. Like it's like, yeah, there's more to it, right? It's the problem. Really hurts learning? Yeah, I mean, it really hurts learning. Tech in school in general is like not very good for learning. I mean, I think we learned that with COVID, right? You chat GPT your videos? I fucking don't. Mostly because that shit sounds like ass. You use AI to write something and it sounds like you're a bot. I'm also... My mannerisms and how I speak are like way too fucking weird. Lower level math courses because it's not worth the time and effort from students or myself realistically. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, I think you should... Like, a lot of work needs to be done, like, in person to make sure people aren't, like, cheating. I remember when I was learning math at a young age, I was told, you're not going to have a calculator for all these times that you need to do math. And it's like... I remember thinking at the time that was stupid. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, I was like, I'm not gonna have a calculator to do like simple arithmetic. Are you kidding me? And at some point, they just like started giving you graphing calculators, and they're like, yeah, whatever. They're like, this is going to take too long for you to graph this parabola. Here's a graphing calculator. It's going to take you too long to manually graph this parabola. Dettlestism, yeah. You can't emulate me. Yeah. Machine learning and LLMs are different. Look at your season recap. I did. Get an edge. GG. Dead internet theory is alive. This is the dead internet theory. You don't get duped. Oh, I mean, absolutely. I mean, there's studies that like AI recently discovered a way to do a vaccine for all of the COVID-19 strains that was previously not understood, right? It's like, but yeah, I mean, you fucking are like, come on now, get a grip. These are massive hurdles. I mean, it's just, I think it's too integrated into like everything, right? Like, I don't think it's used way too widely. Fucking every Super Bowl commercial last year was like, yes, and we're adding AI into our blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? The fuck are you even talking about? There was something I was just like, I didn't understand. Flock cameras or whatever? That shit's like, or Ring doorbells, I think is what it was. It was Ring doorbell cameras. We're like, yeah, we're using AI. It was in like a Super Bowl ad. I'm like, you're a doorbell camera company. Like, what do you mean where you're using AI for fucking what?
I fight for the Witherbark.
Mass surveillance? What is it? What is the AI for? You are a camera. Yeah, like that's all. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh yeah, I mean mass surveillance. I mean it's just mass surveillance. I mean it's actually what it is. It's pitched as something stupid. Facial scans. Do not stop that. Yeah, stop. Do not do that. Right? Jinsen Huang.
You got orders, Hashura?
Trying to get people desensitized to the idea. Yeah. No. No. I don't like this very much.
Protect you.
You don't want to connect your dishwasher to the internet so you can use it through the app? That doesn't have to be anything with AI. Also, my parents bought a grill recently. The grill's got an app. What the fuck's going on with tech? Why does everything got an app? Who needs an app for their grill? What's going on with that?
My magic is potent. Do not test me.
Who needs an app for their grill? Who doesn't need an app for their grill? Dude, I was like, what are you fucking talking about? They were like, yeah, it's got an app for the grill so you can preheat it. And then it will also tell you approximately what the temperature of the meat is. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, what do you need that for? He goes, I don't. And I was like, Scott. You just came with it. Sounds like a W? Yeah, I mean, they were fucking stoked about their I was about to call it AI grill. Their tech grill. Laughed. Yeah, they got grill weak ores over there. Bro's got weak ores for his grill. Gonna start doing an air horn at him soon. Our dryer does too? What? For fucking what? An AI grill. Wait, that's not an AI grill. It's a grill. Cycle done. Bro, I hear it beeping. Like, it goes, "Arrgh," in the other room. Yeah, I don't need an app to tell me that it's done. I'm not remote doing my fucking laundry. Like, I have to go put the laundry in there anyways. Not like the Roomba, where I can run that thing from my, you know, I can run that thing wherever I am. It's laundry. It's gonna start loading the laundry in there too? I got 5% for that. A TTS to stop me from eating at 2 a.m. Opens up the fridge at 2 a.m. Attention, fat ass. Close the fridge. You do not need those calories. You have already eaten 1,950 calories today. Are you going to get more fat? And they're just like, shit. All right, GG. You know what? That guy's onto something. I'm closing the fridge. Put down the snacks. I repeat, put down the snacks. Yeah, your fridge is gonna start counting your calories before too long. Yeah, override. I'm getting a snack. I deserve this. The liquid fat guy TM. I still don't know why he said that about me. Doesn't matter. I'm getting one guide. I'm getting one guide again. God fucking damn. Why do you say that about me? I got insanely one guide the other day too. God fucking that. 5'2", 400 pounds. That's right. I'm built like a fridge. The plot of Wall-E. Oh my god, we're gonna get on cruise ships. We're gonna live on cruise ships. One guy to bit. I can't even fucking remember what happened last night. It was something insane that triggered the fuck out of me. Oh my god. I remember now. It was some guy on the fucking Team Liquid Race to World First caster announcement. I don't know why, dude. I don't even know why I read this shit. I shouldn't even read this shit. This shit just pisses me off. Completely, like, you know, nobody says anything bad. Nobody says anything bad. Nobody says anything bad. It's like most people are pretty nice. And then this guy pisses me off. No hate on Kalamazoo or Tettles, but picking them over Jack, huh? Why did he say fuck me? I just want to know why he said fuck me. I'm literally just existing. Why? Why be mean to me? Just, why me mean? We don't have to shit on me. Why be mean? Sad that Jack isn't there? That's fine. Why the fuck did they say fuck me? What in the fuck? Why did they literally just say fuck me? That shit lives rent-free in my head and it makes me feel insecure. Why? Why me? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm done thinking about it. I'm not done thinking about it, but I'm done talking about it on stream. That shit pisses me off. Holy fuck, people who are like that, just know that sometimes it bothers people a lot whenever you say things like that. Oh. Where'd you get your second spark from? I got it from the PvP quest. What did they say fuck me for? People are dumb? Yeah, I know they're dumb. Live rent-free in your head until I forget about it again. But I think less social media might be the solution. Look, I don't even read fucking YouTube comments because that shit is my tilt. That shit is my tilt. Like, I am insanely susceptible to getting one guide. For somebody who is... Fucking mount up. What the fuck? For somebody who can, For somebody whose entire career is based around social media, I am unbelievably susceptible to getting one guide. Like, there could be 100 nice comments, and then one comment that says shit like that, and that shit lives rent-free in my fucking head forever. I am just, like... I am not built to receive negative comments. I'm just... I don't know. I'm just not built for it. I don't even know. Getting one guide? God, it's just... my fucking tilt. Like, I shouldn't... Like, and, like, logically, it's an irrational thought. Like, logically... It's like, oh, okay, fuck that guy. Like, what the fuck? What did he say fuck me for? But, like... And I understand that he's also like, why didn't they invite Jack back? Like, I logically I understand it, but also it's like, why me? Why did he say my name and then say something negative? I didn't even do anything. I was just driving while working. I didn't even do anything. Dranos insults impact you as well? No, that guy's my friend. That guy's kidding. That guy on Twitter's not kidding. That's the difference, right? Like, whenever somebody's kidding, like, it's like the people who type Ula'Tek Tettles on the bench comments. Those people, I find it funny. Oh my god, tells you are my favorite streamer. Thank you. It's like the people who type Ula'Tek Tettles on the bench comments. I know that they're kidding, right? Like, it's like a joke. Like, I understand that they're kidding. And so, like, that shit, I don't care. Like, that shit doesn't bother me at all. And it's like, whenever my friends are joking with me, I don't care. And then it's like, that guy's just being mean. that shit is my tilt. Yeah, whenever you're shit talking your friends, it's all in good fun, right? Whenever everybody's having fun and it's in good fun, it's funny. Like, I'm not sitting here like, oh yeah, people shouldn't shit talk. It's not funny. It's because, like, I don't even think that's true. It's more just like, god damn, what the fuck? Yeah, it's just hateful. They didn't have Jack back? Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel about it too. It's like, Jack's not back. That's too bad. Zyra's going? Yeah. Maybe they don't understand Dranos is kidding. I feel like it's like pretty... I feel like it's pretty clear Dranos is kidding. Some people just take it too far. I mean, that's just like... I don't know. That's some shit with social media. It's like always been a thing with social media. Where it's some people, you're kidding, but then some people take it too far, and then you're not really allowed to joke about it anymore. And like for me, I recognize that like the best thing for me, frankly, is just to not read the fucking comments. Like personally, I feel comfortable enough with my own work that like I don't need to read the comments. Oh fuck, I'm insanely susceptible to getting one guide though. Like I wish I wasn't. Like I wish I could be better about like not getting one guide. Said it'd pull back on ribbing because some people got cringe about it, taking it seriously. There have definitely been points in time where that is true. Most of the time, it's almost always fine. Isn't it bad telling people this? No, not really. Because the people who are fucking mean to me are just like, you're not able to reason with them. Is Atlas not reading anymore? No, Atlas not reading anymore. You're getting one guide? Well, I mean, I think for most of the people too, I don't think they recognize like how mean it can be. Like that guy probably doesn't even think that I'm gonna read that goddamn tweet and then be like, wow, that actually hurt my feelings. The fact that he said that. Like, I doubt that guy that thought even crossed that guy's mind. That Kalamazoo or myself might see that. Which is like, what? I was like, dude, this is like a happy thing for me. I'm casting the Race World first. Isn't that fucking cool? And then that guy just goes in and goes, ew, Tettles? Why is Tettles and Kalamazoo on the desk? Bring Jack back. I'm like, what? Yeah, no, this shit is insane. Should he care? I don't know. I'm not sure if he should care. I mean, he doesn't really know us. Why you care about one comment? Because I'm weak. I'm thin-skinned. I'm thin-skinned, man. Like, is the actual answer. I'm thin-skinned and susceptible to getting rage-baited. Well, I can't read YouTube comments, though. Yeah, that's why I can't read YouTube comments, because they just fucking trigger me. And the, people won't say this shit to me in person, so it's like, whatever. Why don't you just get thicker skin? I don't know. You would think after 8 years of being a streamer and, you know, over 10 years of playing World of Warcraft every day, at some point I would just, like, stop letting that shit to get to me, but it just never happened. Way too young to be in IRC in the early 2000s. Well, yeah. It more hurts my feelings whenever people are like, if that guy just was like, fuck you, you're an idiot. Like, I would almost be like, oh yeah, that's just, you know, water off my back. Like, no thoughts, head empty. But it's more mean whenever it's just like about something I care a lot about too. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I saw that. Look, people are just, yeah. Twitter is just a plague. Did you like casting with that cast I only know from League of Legends from forever ago? Yash? Yeah. I like all the casters I've casted with. I don't know. There's very few casters that I've been like, wow, that guy was not... I don't know, I like casting with that guy. You hit one of your weak spots? Yeah, no, that shit... I was quad... That was like... that was quad effective against me. That shit was super effective psychic damage.
I fucking hate Tettles being happy. What a dickhead.
Yeah, he crit the
Tettles.
fuck out of me. He 4x super effective crit me. The fuck? Out Kalamazoo like that. Yeah, why did I say fuck Kalamazoo too? Like, are you fucking... Like, why? What would you mean? Yeah, dash in the back, Sag. I thought you default cast the race roll first every time. Yes, I literally have casted pretty much every single race since Battle for Azeroth. Or Battle for Dazar'alor. Literally, Battle for Dazar'alor was the first race I cast. I literally have casted like almost every single race. And I like to think that I put in insane amounts of work on the front end, too. Like I've done all the raid testing, and then after stream today, I'm going over to my parents' house because I don't have a printer here, and I'm going to print off all of the fucking dungeon journal sheets, so that way I can do more research on the flight to the race. I put in like an insane amount of work. Like, some people I'm just never gonna appease. Like, I've just reconciled with that. Some people are just gonna fucking hate me for whatever reason, probably because they just think I'm annoying. You're amazing, thank you. But yeah, the nice comments, I wish the nice comments were as impactful as the mean comments, because it would be a lot easier, because most people, I like logically understand that most people are very supportive and are quite nice. It's just like, oh my god, it's like, it just does not feel like that. People just hate Boomkin mains, yeah. Low-key, one of the most experienced casters in WoW. I mean, well, Preach isn't casting this tier. I probably have casted the most races. Doesn't really matter, though. BM and BFA? Oh my god, BM and BFA. What's your favorite race? This most recent one, I think I might look... Give me a little bit more time to get separated from this most recent one. This most recent one was fucking insane. Normally, whenever people ask me that question, the default answer is Sepulcher. I wouldn't be shocked if you ask me like 3 years from now, and it ends up being this first tier. You and Dratus being trapped in Europe for the jailer? Oh my fucking god. That was like... that tier was insane. Like, less about like the casting specifically, but more like, what the fuck was that tier? The first time Limit 1? That one was also crazy, but I think that one... I don't know. That one was also insane. The secret lure phase was insane. I casted both the kill and the secret phase on Lura. Dude, okay. Casting the kill on Lura, that shit is stressful. I don't really host that often, but last year they had me hosting a bunch, like doing the host role where, you know, as a host on the Race World First, you're not doing a lot of hosting. It's more just like you do the sponsor shout outs and then you bring in and out like the segments. And so it's like, it's a lot less like traditional host work and it's more flexible host work. And so you do like some mixture of casting and hosting. Hosting the kill, gosh, that was super stressful because then I have to roll into like a lot of like ad reads and sponsor shout outs that are required because, you know, the sponsors are the people that make the Race World First possible. I have yet to been on a kill where I was the host for the final kill. That was a lot of work. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna fuck it up. I think I did okay, but I was like, oh god, I'm gonna mess this up so bad. I'm so worried. Another Coinbase World First. That's all right, baby. What is this? All streamers go turn this off on Twitch now. It's on by default with some gaslighting that Twitch respects your privacy underneath. Train for generative AI. Allow your content to be changed for generative AI content models at Amazon. Turning this off does not opt you. Okay, hold on. What if, and hear me out, what if this allows me to stream without needing to actually stream? What if I got some generative AI bot to stream for me? Hold on, I think I want this turned on. Generative AI viewers. They put that in the options and pretend like you have a choice. I don't really know. Do I? If you don't have a choice. Hold on, could be good. Where even is this? Let me not fucking leak all my details on stream real quick. Where is this? It's at the bottom. Security. Wow, it is on by default. What the fuck is this shit? Look at this shit. Alright. Turn that shit off. Show credit card. Nah. Now your data will never be used for AI. That's good, that's good, that's good. Yeah. They legally can't. I turned that off. How's your season so far? I've been having fun. Request a copy of your data? I don't want that. I don't even know what I'd do with it. Quebble Cop? Oh my god, talk about a... I don't know if there's a bigger fall from grace than that guy. That guy's content used to be like decent, and then he turned into like... Oh my god, his content's so fucking bad. That guy's content, oh my god. And in a Zach Bussy. Yeah, I followed Zach Bussy. A Kalamazoo AI bit. Oh my god. What's that dude that had his notepad leaked? That was Let me think what his name is. Lakari, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, that was bad. Okay, but Quabblecop's, the reason that his shit, like, he had a fall from grace, mostly is because his content was dog shit. Look, I remember the days of Phantom Lord. That guy despawned from the fucking internet overnight too. That chat thing in the bottom left is cool. Thank you. You guys remember Phantom Lord? Oh shit, I gotta get... Yeah, CSGO skins. Yeah, he owned like CSGO Watto, I think. Okay. I just got a text from my landscaping guy. This guy's gonna show up and he's gonna hopefully fix my window well so I can finally get my fucking basement fixed. I gotta go meet him. I didn't know he was showing up, like, now. He just texted me, what did he say? I'm right around the corner. Didn't Syndicate get caught up in that CSGO Lotto shit? That guy's still a massive streamer, too. But whatever. But yeah, no, I gotta go. Who do we raid? Twitch.television. Who's streaming? Percent? Who's streaming? Anybody give me a percent? Let's see. I'm not hosting Kalamazi's 24/7 channel. Big old bucket of water? I'm hosting this guy. This guy posts goated content. This guy deserves it. I want this guy on the bench someday.
What happens?
I fucking hate Tails
Hawkeye.
being happy.
Thank you for
What
the
a
sub.
dickhead. Fuck you, Tails.
The crash out video rock. No, that guy's posting really good content. I think it's pretty thoughtful. I think he posts really thoughtful content, which is what I like. I might not agree with all of his takes and stuff, which, you know, you never really do. But, yeah. All right. I'll be back tomorrow. GG's, everybody.